After playing their first 17 games of the season on the road, BGSU baseball returns home to Stellar Field for the first time in the 2026 season. Tyler Kamlitz alongside Vaughn Ullum from the Falcon Media Sports Network. And Vaughn, Stellar Field, a little different look. This year you have the new turf field, you have the lights which have just been turned on, the outfield padding along the outfield walls, turf in the bullpens. It's looking great.
Yeah, it looks like a beautiful ballpark out here, and it's a beautiful day. Of course, nice weather. Maybe a little bit windy, but what can you expect from Northern Ohio? So, honestly, everyone here in attendance is just ready for a good game. You're seeing people in T-shirts, hoodies. It's going to be lovely for anyone in attendance, and there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, definitely. So the Falcons coming into this game 5-12 overall, 2-4 in Mid-American Conference play. They're opening up a 3-game series against the Ohio Bobcats. Ohio 3-17 overall, 1-5 in conference play. They've lost 7 straight. Falcons looking to get back on the winning side. We'll get into it a little bit, but they've had a very tough start to their season schedule-wise. I talked about the new field. I talked about the tough schedule and the start of the season so far and what to expect in this Ohio series with Bowling Green head coach Kyle Hallock a few days ago during my Round and Third social piece. We're going to play that for you now. Hey Falcon fans, welcome to this year's first edition of Round and Third with BGSU Baseball. I'm Tyler Kamlitz from the Falcon Media Sports Network. Today I'm joined by BGSU head coach Kyle Hallock. Thanks for joining me, Coach.
Yep, thanks for having me, Tyler.
Of course. So first thing, just initial thoughts on how the start of the season's gone for you guys.
Yeah, I thought we've played highly competitive baseball against some really good programs. Obviously, 17 straight on the road. You're going to find out how you handle travel, how you handle good competition, and now we're about to find out how we handle baseball in our backyard.
Toughest start to the season schedule-wise in the MAC. One of the toughest in the country. I think it's top 40 or 50. How do you think that's going to prepare you guys once you really get in the midst of this conference play schedule?
Yeah, I think it just really allows us to find out what our margin for error is. And obviously when you're playing good teams, that's slim. I think it got as high as, 13 in the country. So we know who we're playing, but also the teams that we're playing are playing a pretty good team too. So now it's just a matter of getting on the right side of a couple things, a couple pitches here and there each game, and we'll be in good shape.
Obviously, as you can see behind us and all around us, got the beautiful new turf here, the new padding, the lights, the bullpens are renovated. How excited are you guys to finally get on this turf and play?
Yeah, very. I don't think we've had to talk about to a single guy in the past, couple months when we've been able to get out here and practice about getting on and off the field at a good pace. They've got a big smile on their face. The sun's out today. The winds are down. No place you'd rather be than Stellar Field right now.
Yeah, and then you face Ohio for this first conference series. Had a 1 out of 3 in the first 2 against the top 2 teams in the preseason poll. What are you guys looking to do? What are you looking to improve on against the Bobcats in the series?
Yeah, it's one game at a time. We go in every single season. This year with UMass added, it's 33 conference championship games. That way, by the time we get to Avon, we're not changing anything that we need to do. So we're taking it one game at a time. Tomorrow's the most important game of our season. We're 9 innings, 27 outs at a time, and we expect to play our best baseball. And then obviously when we get to Saturday, Friday's runs and score don't count. It's 0-0 again, and we need to continue to reach our best baseball and reach for our best baseball for 27 outs. The past couple weekends we've been close. We've shown we can dominate at times, and now it's doing it for 3 days instead of maybe 1.5, or parts of 2.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for joining me this week. That'll do it for this first edition of Round and Third. For all information, news, and updates regarding BGSU baseball and all of Falcon athletics, make sure to follow the Falcon Media Sports Network on Twitter X at BG_FMSN and head over to BGFalconMedia.com. We'll see you guys next week. So Vaughn, the Falcons certainly excited to get onto this field for the first time and, be able to play on this turf field. They're going to be under the lights. This game got pushed back a little bit because of the wind, and they're able to push it back now because of these lights. But what do you kind of expect mindset-wise for this Falcons team with the energy coming into it? In Ohio, a team trying to get back on track.
Right. Well, for the Falcons, when you're entering into this game, of course, you are second worst in the MAC in batting average, batting .228, and then your second least amount in hits in the MAC with only 125 across their first games. So now, when you're coming in here and you're just having the crowd behind you, that's going to mean so much more. Of course, you had some non-conference games when you went to Cincinnati, you went to Dayton, you went to a bunch of different places, but now here you are in a home MAC contest against the Bobcats. This is your opportunity to just kind of feel the energy of your home crowd. And so whether that's up at the plate or whether it's out there in the field, they just got to take it and blow it up for themselves.
And as I mentioned, Bowling Green, a tough start to the season schedule-wise. They've had the toughest schedule in the MAC, 13th hardest schedule in the country in terms of strength of schedule. No other MAC team, by the way, in the top 85 there. You look at some of the opponents. They had number 5 Georgia Tech, Western Carolina, Cincinnati, Samford, Kent State, Dayton, Miami of Ohio. Miami and Kent State, the top 2 teams in the MAC by the preseason, or 2 of the top 3 teams in the MAC by the preseason poll. And then all of those teams had at least 30 wins last season. So it's been a real tough stretch, but Bowling Green's been trying to weather it. You know, they come into this 5-12, 2-4 the MAC, so you take a win in both of those opening series. So definitely nowhere near, you know, written off by any chance, because they have a chance to turn it around starting with this series. You look at it going forward, the Falcons only have the 9th hardest schedule in the MAC out of 12 teams for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, well, you talk about turning it around. In last season, when they took on Ohio, of course, BG swept that series in Athens. It was Bowling Green. That was a huge turning point. It was originally a win-loss kind of battling for like a winning streak sort of situation for BG. But when they finally took that sweep, that's when they picked up an 11-game win streak on the season. That was such a huge turning point for the Falcons, and I'm expecting them to have some stroke of luck coming out of this as well.
And overall, these two teams, 188 times they have faced off against each other. Ohio leads that all-time series 99-81 and 1 tie. Like you said, the Falcons swept Ohio last year. They won by a combined score of 24-17. They've won 5 of the past 6 against the Bobcats. If you do remember, a couple years ago, Ohio was the team that ended Bowling Green's 17-0 start to Mid-American Conference play on April 21st, 2024 here at Stellar Field. And Bowling Green will be going for their first sweep against Ohio in this stadium since way back in 2009. So we are going to take a quick break as we're going to have the anthem coming up here shortly. When we come back, we will have the starting lineups for both teams, and then first pitch from Stellar Field, the Falcons' home opener against Ohio. You're listening to it on WBGU 88.1 FM.
You're listening to 88.1 WBGU, where we're looking to make radio indie again. From blues and jazz to rock and metal, and even pop and folk, 88.1 WBGU FM features a variety of genres played by our diverse group of DJs. You can expect something different every time you tune in. 88.1 WBGU. Return to Radio Freedom.
I'm Noah Seeley with the Falcon Media Sports Network. BGSU's biggest annual fundraising event, One Day, is nearly here. Falcon Media Sports Network and BG Falcon Media rely on donations from One Day to continue to be the gold standard for student media coverage. As a beat of 3 different sports, my goal is to strive for even better coverage of Bowling Green's baseball, men's soccer, and women's soccer programs. Being able to broadcast, report, and create social media content for collegiate sports is a dream come true. A donation of even just $5 will go a long way in supporting and funding BG Falcon Media and Falcon Media Sports Network, with 100% of the donations supporting student media at BGSU, including funding for our equipment, travel, and other day-to-day expenses in our year-round coverage of Falcon athletics. The official giving period is from 6 a.m. on March 25th to 6 p.m. on March 26th. However, the early giving period is open. To donate, go to bgsu.edu/oneday and select the Falcon Media Fund.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X.
You are listening to Falcon Media Sports Network coverage on WBGU 88.1 FM in Bowling Green, Ohio.
Falcons have taken the field on the new turf surface here at Stellar Field for the first time in the program's history, and for the first time this season as they prepare to start this 3-game series against the Ohio Bobcats. Tyler Kavlitz alongside Vaughn Allum from the Falcon Media Sports Network. Holden Ruck is back in the studio working the ones and twos for us. Starting lineup is in for the Ohio Bobcats. They will lead off with Reese Harmon, the senior first baseman, bats left-handed. Cam Hill bats second, senior right fielder, bats right-handed. Cameron Boyd batting third, junior left fielder, bats right-handed. Will Henson bats cleanup, fifth-year second baseman, bats righty. Tyler Stacked bats fifth, the junior catcher bats righty as well. Cam Bryant batting sixth, redshirt junior shortstop, he bats lefty. Grant Wilson, sophomore designated hitter, bats righty in the 7-hole. Taylor Harris, junior center fielder, bats righty in the 8-hole. And Cale Steinball, the senior third baseman, bats righty, rounding out the order. Starting pitcher on the mound for Bowling Green is Ethan Stady, the redshirt senior left-hander. An .818 earned run average and an 0-2 mark this year across 5 appearances in a lone start. 11 innings pitched, he has 21 strikeouts, 7 walks, and an opponent .279 batting average. Don't exactly know the reason why Jacob Turner is not on the mound for the Falcons. He's been the usual Friday starter for Bowling Green, so we'll see if we get anything from head coach Kyle Halleck after the game possibly, but it is Stady on the mound to start things off for Bowling Green, who, has had some success as of late finding a groove on the mound.
Yeah, he really struggled earlier on. I mean, as you mentioned, an above 8 ERA. And, he's averaging over a run in each of his 11 innings pitched. It's not a beautiful look here on the stat side of things, but as you mentioned, things have been picking up.
First pitch to Harmon is fouled to the back. Stady's next delivery is flown out, fairly deep center field. Mancino, the former Bobcat, settles under it and makes the catch for the first out of the game.
I'm interested to see Mancino's play. Of course, he's down there, the 9 spot there in the batting order, but it's just going to be fun to see how he approaches this team. Of course, he's familiar with the program. See if he's familiar with any of their pitching tactics, and just see if he can get some offense brewing.
So Cam Hill, the 2-hole hitter, steps up to the plate, batting .327 this year in his 17 games and 13 starts. Looks at a strike to begin the at-bat. Hill over the weekend went 6 for 12 at the plate, drove in 4 runs, a double, 2 homers, walked 3 times, struck out 3 times, and stole a base. Stady's next pitch, a swing and a miss. Got him to swing over top of it. Count goes to no balls, 2 strikes. Hill will transfer into Ohio like a lot of these players in the lineup for the Bobcats with the new head coach. Played his past 2 seasons at Illinois State as he fouls it to the back netting. Previously played at John A. Logan Community College before that. Arguably the most dangerous hitter in this Ohio lineup.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt. Average of .327, and honestly, the big thing is that his hit-to-run ratio is pretty standout. I mean, he's got 17 hits, but 14 runs. Whenever he's able to get on base, you're typically going to be able to see him make his way all through the diamond.
Looks at a throwaway ball up and outside. Count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here, top of the first. Scoreless between Bowling Green and Ohio. Stady's next delivery, a swing and a miss. Got him to swing over top of it once again. Stady gets his second straight out and his first strikeout of the day.
That's a big strikeout. He has done well at the strikeout so far. He's typically a strikeout guy, of course, through those 11 innings pitched. He's got 21. So just to pick up an early one here is just a big deal for him to get into a groove early at the home crowd.
Brings up Cameron Boyd, the left fielder. Boyd, a .287 batting average this year. Started all 21 games. First pitch to him. Misses for a ball. Does have some pop in his bat. Team high 5 home runs and 7 doubles. Give him 19 RBIs as well and a .540 slugging percentage. Stady, the left-hander's next delivery, a swing and a miss. Good swing and miss stuff early on from Ethan Stady. Count goes to 1-1. Cameron Boyd, past 2 seasons at Southern Indiana. As he flies it fairly deep center field. Mancino going back, settling under it. And Paulie Mancino records 2 outs in the inning. Ethan Stady strikes out another. The Bobcats go down 1-2-3. And the Bowling Green Bats coming up to the plate at Stellar Field for the first time this season when we come back. You're listening to BGSU Baseball's home opener right here on WBGU 88.1 FM. Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM. Bowling Green bats coming up to the plate for the first time. Here is the lineup for the Falcons. Griffin Scheiderer, the freshman shortstop, a left-handed bat, leads it off. Sam Seidel, another left-handed bat, senior second baseman, bats second. Vinny Salvioni, junior first baseman, bats third. He bats right-handed. Anthony Mita in the cleanup spot, redshirt senior third baseman, batting right-handed. TJ Tackett's out in left field, the junior left-hander, bats fifth. Andrew DiLodovico, freshman catcher, bats right-handed. He's sixth in the order. Carter Motais bats seventh. The sophomore right fielder bats lefty. Braden Curlis, sophomore designated hitter, bats eighth, batting a right-handed. And Paulie Mancino, the former Ohio Bobcat, transferred to the Falcons this season. Junior center fielder, batting right-handed, rounds out the order in the 9-hole. For Ohio, defensive alignment is Stack behind the plate. Harmon over at first, Henson at second, Bryan at short, Steinball over at third. Outfielders left to right, Boyd, Harris, Hill. And I should mention our umpiring crew for today. It's Andy Dudanis behind the plate, Jason Smith over at first, and Jim Mulek over at third.
I'm interested to see for this bottom of the first how this is going to go, because the big issue with both of these teams, for Bowling Green, it's been their hitting. They are struggling to put runs up on the board right now. They're last in the MAC with only 74 runs scored. But on the other side, their pitching has been really lacking. Ohio right now with the largest ERA at 10.85. So we'll see. These starts could be a little slow in the bottom innings early on.
Starter on the mound for Ohio is Luke Bryant, a sophomore righty. 1080 earned run average as his first pitch to Scheiderer is outside for a ball. 0-2 this year in 6 appearances and 5 starts, 15 innings pitched. He has 9 strikeouts to 12 walks. Opponents hit .338 against him. His next delivery to Scheiderer finds the outside corner for a strike. 1-1 count on the freshman.
Scheiderer, another one of those guys that whenever he gets on base, he's typically able to score. We'll see if he can pick something up early.
Next delivery is chopped over to second, going to be fielded cleanly by Henson. He delivers to Harmon for the first out of the inning. That will bring up Sam Seidel, who's had a very good start to the season.
Yeah, no doubt. Batting .295. He's just done so well. I mean, whenever he comes up to the plate, he's just a presence that you can feel. And listen, I'm a big Justin Timberlake guy, and he's coming up right now to some Justin Timberlake. I'm happy to hear this, and I'm happy to see him try to put something up early. Again, these bats might start off slow, but he's one of those big-time guys for Bowling Green. Of course, the meat of the lineup really 2 through 4 for him, and this is the beginning.
First pitch to Seidel in there for a strike, actually bounced out of the glove of Stack. Sometimes you don't see those called as strikes if the umpire doesn't see it get framed, but that one right down the middle. No problem there by Andy Dudanis to call it. Sam Seidel, .295 on the season for his career. He's a .301 hitter in 144 games with the Falcons.
It's definitely the most patient presence you're going to see for Bowling Green. Of course, he's got 13 walks, which only following that up would be Scheiderer, and he has 8. So a big gap there in the stat sheet, but we'll see if Seidel can have some long at-bats here today.
Ball just off the outside corner of the plate. Count goes to 1-1. The next delivery, high and outside for a ball, head almost flew off from Dudanis. Good amount of wind here at Stellar, as, you know, is typical in Bowling Green. The American flag blowing pretty straight out, maybe right center, beyond the batter's eye and straightaway center field. Seidel going to try to lay down a bunt, goes foul down in the left field line. So the count will move to 2 balls, 2 strikes. 69 degrees here currently at Bowling Green. Feels like 61. The wind is clocking in at about 15 miles per hour with nearly 25 mile per hour wind gusts.
That's what we're getting right now.
Lights are on. We'll have sunset at about 7:45 tonight. The next pitch to Seidel, roped foul down the right field line. Way ahead of that off speed. Luke Bryant has not been great in MAC play for Ohio. His 2 games against conference opponents, a 14.40 earned run average. 8 earned runs in 5 innings pitched. Walked 7 with just 1 strikeout. Bryant's next pitch is swung on and drilled right center field. Going back is Harris and Hill. It's at the base of the wall. Seidel rounds first. He goes into second cleanly with a 1-out double for the Falcons.
Seidel, huge hit to get the offense going early. Again, I mentioned the bottom of innings might be a little bit slow, but Seidel says no thank you, and he's got the home crowd energized really early on. And with Vinny Salvioni coming up, things could get brutal pretty quick.
And funny enough, Seidel, the one that designed the outfield wall here, the padding, is the first one to hit a ball to it as it hits the base of the wall. So Sam Seidel stands at second. Vinny Salvioni, another guy who's just had a hot bat at the plate, steps up for Bowling Green. Salvioni, a junior from Milwaukee, Oregon. Pickoff attempt to second. Seidel back in time. Boy, if that throw was on the other side of the bag, if it was not on the first base side but the third base side, Seidel could have been dead to rights.
Yeah, that was concerningly close that time. Seidel just able to get back in time. Salvioni, guy leading RBI. This is his opportunity to really show the home crowd what he's made of.
16 runs batted in on the year for Salvioni. Looks at a ball. Up and in. Salvioni is riding a 9-game hitting streak, 333 over that span. He's driven in 12 runs in the past 9 games, hitting .292 in conference play. 1-0 the count. Working from the stretch, Luke Bryant, the right-hander, misses outside with the off-speed. Count goes to 2-0.
Bryant really eyeing him down at second. Seidel with some happy feet on his lead.
Well, we talked about it with Bryant with those 12 walks. He's a guy that has had control issues early in the season. We'll see if Bowling Green stays patient at the plate, waits for the right pitch. Next pitch to Salvioni is swung on high to left center field. The center fielder Harris will set it onto it and make the catch for the second out of the inning. That's one of those, got under it a bit, flew it out to left, opposite of the wind. The wind knocked it down a bit. Easy out for Harris. And there's now 2 out in the inning. Seidel still at second.
Yeah, he had the right idea there on that swing, but as you mentioned, the wind going to hurt all of these power guys early on in this game. We'll see
unless you can get it in favor maybe a bit towards the right center alley.
That's true. As you mentioned, the flag out there in center, really, as you mentioned, right center. And so with 2 outs, this becomes a big-time at-bat for Mita early.
Anthony Mita, left-handed batter at the plate, looks at a first pitch ball, down low a bit inside. Mita, the cleanup bat, .235 this season. 4 runs batted in, a double, a triple, and a homer. Guy that has been susceptible to the strikeout, 20 strikeouts to 5 walks. Swings at this one, flies it. Left center field, the left fielder Boyd coming in and makes the catch just in front of the center fielder Harris. Out beyond the second base bag, into the outfield turf for the final out of the inning. So Bowling Green gets a runner to second on a Sam Seidel double. Can't advance him any further. It's scoreless after the first frame here at Stellar Field. You're listening to Bowling Green Baseball's home opener right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Hey, what's this show?
It's the Blues Breakfast. It's probably good for you.
Did you try it?
I'm not going to try it. You try it.
I'm not going to try it.
Let's get Mikey.
Yeah.
He won't listen. He hates everything.
He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
Be like Mikey. Catch the Blues Breakfast every Saturday morning from 10 to 2 on 88.1, Ohio's premier blues radio show.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM. 4, 5, 6 due up in the order for the Bobcats as Ethan Stady goes into his second inning of work, scoreless after the first frame here at Stellar Field between the Falcons and the Ohio Bobcats. Tyler Kavlitz alongside Vaughn Allum from the Falcon Media Sports Network. Vaughn, the Bobcats were set down in order in that first inning. What do they need to do different approach-wise against Ethan Stady?
Yeah, well, Stady's just a guy that you'll see. He can give up runs. We saw that early in the season. It's just about getting people on base right now. This is a pitching staff that has struggled early in the season, Stady included. Honestly, if the Bobcats are able to string one hit, I think they're going to be able to string together some more. So an early hit really matters here in the 4 spot.
Will Henson, then Tyler Stack, then Cam Bryant due up for Ohio. Henson fouls the first one to the back. D'Lo DeVico behind the plate. Salvioni at first, Seidel at second, Scheiderer at short, Mita at third. Outfield left to right, Tackett, Mancino, Motice for Bowling Green in their defensive alignment. The lefty delivers. It's chopped right up to him on the mound. Stady fields it, fires over to first for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Tyler Stack. Stack on the season for Ohio, a .262 hitter in 17 games. Does have a bit of power, 5 doubles, 7 runs batted in. Another guy is a common thread throughout this Ohio lineup, susceptible to that strikeout. 14 strikeouts to just 6 walks. Pitch misses high and outside for a ball. Over half of this Ohio lineup with an on-base percentage under 400 this year. Stady's next delivery in there for a strike. 1-1 count at the plate against Tyler Stack. Ethan Stady, a transfer for Bowling Green this year, who played his past 3 seasons at Minnesota State. Won MAC Pitcher of the Year MAC Pitcher of the Week on March 9th. As this one is lined out to center field, right towards Mancino. And that's 3 quick putouts by Paulie Mancino out there in center field.
Truly, they're getting a little predictable with where they're placing these hits. Right out to center. Mancino barely had to move for it that time. And, yeah, just some easy plays for him early on. It's good to get his feet moving, I guess, but not exactly that time. Just had to take like 2 steps left. And so we'll see if Stady's able to set him down 1-2-3 once more.
He's looking comfortable out there on the mound right now as Cam Bryant steps up to the plate, a .273 hitter. 13 runs batted in, 6 doubles, a triple, and a homer. First pitch misses for a ball for Stady. Stady coming off his Sunday outing where he went only 3 1/3, gave up 5 runs on 3 hits as he fires in a strike. 4 strikeouts, but he also gave up 3 walks, hit 3 batters, had an intentional walk, gave up a double, threw 2 wild pitches across 72 delivered across the plate. The 1-1 pitch from Stady swung on and missed. Way out in front of it was Cam Bryant. Sets up a 1-2 count. Lefty-lefty matchup. Stady looking to set Ohio down 1-2-3 for the second straight inning to begin the game. From the windup, Stady's delivery. Check swing. Wasn't nearly close to going around as the pitch was up high with the fastball. Count goes even to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Crowd begins to get riled up as Stady's delivery has popped up and found to the back, out of play, up over the press box. Decent showing out here in the crowd for the home opener for a game that got moved time-wise. That was originally a 3 p.m. start, pushed back to a 6 p.m. start.
You got people in shorts out here, which is wild. I mean, that's great to see in mid-March.
Stady's next delivery. This is outside for a ball. You're used to a little warmer weather. Spent last semester at Arizona State.
Yeah, semester at Arizona State. Heard today that it was over 100 out there. Covering baseball would be a bit of a different story in Phoenix, Arizona.
A little less wind as well.
Oh, yeah.
2 outs, full count. Ethan Stady's delivery swung on and missed by Cam Bryant. Ethan Stady sets the Bobcats down in order through the first 2 innings. 2 strikeouts to his name, and we are scoreless going into the bottom of the second. You're listening to BGSU Baseball's home opener right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
I'm Holden Ruck from the Falcon Media Sports Network. BGSU's biggest annual fundraising event, One Day, is nearly here. Falcon Media Sports Network and BG Falcon Media rely on donations from One Day to continue to be the gold standard for student media coverage. My own experience of hosting our weekly radio show, as well as our group's ability as an organization to capture so many moments and stories, would not be possible without your support on One Day. Any donation, even just $5, will go a long way in supporting and funding BG Falcon Media and Falcon Media Sports Network, with 100% of the donations supporting student media at BGSU, including funding for our equipment, travel, and other day-to-day expenses in our year-round coverage of Falcon athletics. The official giving period is from 6 a.m. on March 25th to 6 p.m. on March 26th. However, the early giving period is already open. To donate, go to bgsu.edu/oneday and select the Falcon Media Fund. IZIG.
Hi, this is Christine Lavin. Please listen to The Folk Show, hosted by my old friend David Sears, Thursdays from 6 to 8 p.m. on WBGU 88.1 and streaming at bgfalconmedia.com.
Five, 6, 7 due up for the Falcons in the bottom of the second. TJ Tackett's, Andrew DiLodovico, and Carter Motice. And, the turf is new for everyone out there. Luke Bryant slipping on the front of the mound, falling down on one of his final warm-up pitches. It's going to take a bit of an adjustment for at least the Bowling Green players, but maybe some of these visitors, it is brand new turf. It is going to need to be worn in just a little bit.
Suppose so. They've got a turf infield, right, but a grass outfield in Athens, I believe. And so I don't know exactly what the struggle is. He's still in the infield, but, man, that was bizarre to look at.
So Bowling Green got one hit in that first. There was a Sam Seidel double. Salvione Amita then flew out to end the inning. Looking to get a little more offense going here as it's two straight balls to TJ Tackett, somebody who's really trying to get into a rhythm at the plate for Bowling Green, coming off a torn ACL last season. That happened early May against Toledo up at Fifth Third Field. He returned very quickly this year as he check swings at a pitch that's called a strike on the outside corner. Tackett's just batting 179 this season with a .220 on base percentage. He's struck out 17 times and walked twice. The 2-1 pitch from Luke Bryant, inside for a ball. Tackett's in his career at BG. 95 games now, his 87th start, .265 hitter. 59 runs batted in. The 3-1 pitch misses outside, 4-4. That's more like the TJ Tackett's that a lot of fans are used to seeing, someone patient at the plate, waiting for his pitch. He reaches first via the walk. First one issued by Luke Bryant today.
Yeah, well, Ohio's a team that really struggles with the walk. They have a large lead in the category in the MAC. They have so far given up 138 walks, which is just absolutely remarkable. How many games have they played again? I mean, that's just an insane ratio.
138 in 20 games and 165 innings pitched.
I mean, that's insane.
So you're averaging, nearly a walk an inning at that point.
Yeah, and so just a good thing to just get a man on base early on, get some leads, get some bats going.
First pitch strike to DiLodovico. Lines this one up the middle. That'll find outfield turf. Tackett's will hold at second. So Bowling Green are runners on first and second with nobody out here in the bottom of the second and in a real position to do some damage.
Yeah, and it's a big bat here for Motice. It's 300 average, but he hasn't had a whole lot of at-bats compared to some of these other guys. Though he has had 9 hits in his 30 ABs, we'll see how much clutch is in him right now. Of course, you're not exactly late in the game. How much clutch really is this? But still, it's a big at-bat.
High leverage at-bat. 4 straight games with a hit for Motice. Shows bunt, lays it down. Won't stay fair down the third base line. It will not.
Close.
Steinball picks it up as it rolled foul about 2/3 the way down. We'll see if he goes for it again. Try to move the runners up. Kyle Hallock does like to play this small ball every so often in these positions. to put the Falcons in an even better position on the base paths and sacrifice that early out.
Especially with two teams that are struggling to put runs up. I mean, that just might be the way to play tonight.
Corners in. Motais shows bunt, lays it down the third base line. That's a beauty. Stays fair. The throw in time by Steinball, but both runners advance 90 feet. Tack gets over to third. D'Lo DeVico up to second.
Steinball, a great running throw coming in on the infield. I almost called it the infield grass, the infield turf.
We're going to have to get used to that one.
Yeah, for sure. And making the throw, just a really athletic play, but as you mentioned, got the job done. Both runners moving 90 feet up and two guys now in scoring position.
The hardest one's going to be in the dirt.
Oh, yeah, that'll be weird.
Because it's not in the dirt anymore.
Yeah, that'll be weird.
So Braden Curlis, the designated hitter, steps up to the plate. Runners on second and third, just one out. First pitch ball outside on the off-speed by Luke Bryant. Curlis just 185 at the plate this year. His 12th appearance, 10th start. Does have 5 runs batted in. The pitch to Curlis, runs in and hits him. So Bowling Green loads the bases with one out, and Paulie Mancino, the former Ohio Bobcat, stepping up to the plate.
Well, listen, these are two teams that together total 70 hit by pitch. Like, that's incredible. Of course, Bowling Green actually leads it with 36. Ohio, that being their 35th. But, man, they lead by a large margin. And so we'll see. With the bases loaded, one out, this is go time for the Falcon offense.
Mancino, the past 2 seasons at Ohio University, batted .302 with the Bobcats. Last season, this pitch runs inside, and it hit him.
There you go. Now they're even at 36 apiece.
2 straight hit-by pitches by Luke Bryant. Brings in a run for Bowling Green. TJ Tackett crosses the plate for just the 5th time this season. And Bowling Green's up 1-0 here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, if you had a first run being scored here at the new Stellar Field, being a hit-by pitch to bring in a run, I mean,
they'll take it anyway they can get it.
Yeah, for sure. 1-0 lead is nothing to complain about.
Little mound visit between between Stack and Bryant. Brings up Griffin Scheiderer, top of the order for BG. Looks at a first pitch strike. Pitch count for Bryant, still mid-20s. His next delivery in there for a strike. Count goes to 0-2 on Scheiderer. Bases still loaded for Bowling Green. Just one out in the inning. They're up 1-0 over Ohio now. The next pitch way outside with the off-speed. Count goes to 1-2. We've seen the control issues now this inning from Luke Bryant. He worked a fairly clean first, just giving up that double to Seidel, but this inning it's been a walk, a single, a bunt ground out, and then 2 straight hit-by pitches. The 1-2 delivery from the right-hander, down low in the turf, for a ball.
Not the dirt.
What was once an 0-2 count, now a 2-2 count.
Yeah, this is a big at-bat. I mean, Scheiderer, a freshman that has not been exactly living up to the big bat that we were hoping to see, but again, a guy that's losing a little bit of his control out there on the mound in Bryant.
Swing and a miss from Scheiderer. He's down on strikes. 0-for-2 start to his day, the first strikeout of the game for Luke Bryant. 2 out in the inning, and Sam Seidel comes up to the dish. A double his first time to the base of the wall in right center field.
With 2 outs, it would be a real shame if BG doesn't tack on more than one via hit-by pitch coming in from third. I mean, they have a lot of good opportunities early on, especially with Seidel there in the first inning. This is a big AV.
First pitch to Seidel, outside for a ball. I mean, you're looking first and second with no out, and then second and third with 1 out. You really want at least 2 runs in that situation.
At least. I mean, this is a great opportunity for Seidel, a guy that already has gotten on base, but it's tough to, he's not exactly due.
Seidel gets under this one, flies it out fairly deep right field. Hill going back, he's looking up, it's into the trees, and it's a grand slam for Sam Seidel.
Home run number 3.
Sam Seidel launches it over the outfield padding he designed. brings in 4 for the Falcons. And they're up 5-0 in the bottom of the second over the Ohio Bobcats.
Man, he's doing great with his design padding. I mean, as you mentioned, a double, and now here a long shot there into right field. He is feeling something, and already a 5-0 lead. This is a big deal for the Falcons, especially when we were talking about how BG's bats have been really struggling, but we're clearly seeing that pitching, or I suppose a lack of pitching control for Luke Bryan is coming into play. And, yeah, 5-0 lead in the second inning. That's great for BG.
Well, we talked about it. You wanted at least 2 runs in that scenario if you're Bowling Green. How about 5?
Exactly. We were talking about how it could really hurt him if it was only 1, but Seidel took matters into his own hands. I was talking about how he wasn't due. He didn't care.
Salvioni looks at a first pitch strike, fouls it to the back now. So for Sam Seidel, give him 3 homers and 13 runs batted in on the season. That's his 18th home run as a Falcon, and now at 98 career RBIs with Bowling Green. So approaching a little milestone there is Sam Seidel in the RBI department. Roped foul down on the ground by Salvioni. Connected good with that. Just couldn't straighten it out. A little bit ahead. Count goes to 0-2. 2 outs, bottom of the second. Bowling Green 5, Ohio nothing. There's been a walk, a single, 2 hit by pitches, a bunt ground out, a strikeout, and a grand slam in this bottom of the second. Bat head thrown out of the ball by Salvioni, flies it shallow right field, caught by Hilt for the final out of the inning. But Bowling Green puts up a 5 spot in the bottom of the second. They lead it 5-0 as we go to the top of the third. Introduction of our trivia question. When we come back, you're listening to Bowling Green Baseball's home opener right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X.
All right, so the trivia question for today. I know Noah Seeley's over on the other side. We'll see if he's going to make his way and get his guess in.
Yeah.
So, Vaughn, I think you're 1-0.
I'm 2-0.
2-0? What's Noah? 0-2 on the trivia, I believe?
0-2,
right.
yeah.
So the trivia today, since we have the lights on, and we're going to be doing a night game with lights today. First night game in MLB history was held on May 24th, 1935. Question is, which MLB stadium was the first night game held at? Was it A, Fenway Park, B, Crosley Field, C, Wrigley Field, or D, the Polo Grounds? Again, which stadium was MLB's first night game on May 24th, 1935 held at? A, Fenway Park, B, Crosley Field, C, Wrigley Field, D, Polo Grounds. Any initial thoughts?
Man, I remember 1935 like it was yesterday. I have no clue. I mean, it could be Crosley.
Okay.
But that's just my initial thought. I need to rethink about it.
Seeley's pointing at Polo Grounds as his initial thought. He likes that one.
Not a bad idea.
Sam Bork also writing for us. Does he have any initial thoughts? Crosley? He's thinking Crosley.
Thank you, Bork.
Holden, back in the studio. Any initial thoughts? Okay, Crosley thoughts. So you were going Crosley. Sam's thinking Crosley. Holden's thinking Crosley. And we got a Polo initially? Okay. So we'll wait until the top of the fifth to reveal that answer. Got a little story behind it as well. We will give you that answer in a couple innings. At the plate, it's an 0-2 count on Grant Wilson, the 7-hole hitter. It's Wilson, Harris, Steinball, 7-8-9 due up for Ohio. Ethan Stadia's set down 6 straight Bobcats to begin the game. This one found to the back netting. Gets a few fans in attendance to jump back.
I don't feel good for Noah right now. Last time he went down 3-1 in the trivia thing. All 3 others were correct, so we'll see. But, hey, you could have it. You could have it. I could fall 2-1. We'll see.
Stady, the left-handed pitcher's 0-2, misses for a ball. 1-2 count now. The left-hander delivers to the plate, popped up and fouled, back to the right.
I'm interested to see this 7-8-9 come up to bat. I mean, Wilson and Steinbaugh both not a whole lot of at-bats, but they've been doing all right, specifically Steinbaugh. Wilson has struggled a little bit more, and here he's in the DH position. He's got nothing to do other than hit, so we'll see what he can do.
Ball up and outside. Count goes to 2-2. Stady's been really good with his control early on.
Looked comfortable, which
He
is just
definitely
good
has.
to see.
He's attacked early in the at-bats. Hasn't fallen behind much. It's what you want to see, especially from a lefty. Gets a swing and a foul tip into the glove of D'Lo DeVico. Second straight strikeout for Stady, his third of the day. First out of the inning, and he's set down 7 straight to begin this contest.
And it's good to see him comfortable. He's not too much in his head. Ohio is a team that has struggled up at the plate. For Bowling Green, you want to see that attack. And the fact that you're able to get Stady out there, as we mentioned, it's unfortunate that we weren't able to see Turner. We were a little surprised by it. But then you have Stady come out here and look as good as he has early on. It's a big deal.
First pitch ball up and outside to Taylor Harris. Harris, this season, a .269 batter. As Stady's next delivery to him is fouled to the back. Steinball waits on deck. And then we'll get to the top of the order, either this inning or next inning for Ohio. Harris played at Walters State from 2022 to 2025. He was actually named to the 2025 JUCO World Series All-Tournament team. A lot of success at Walters State over the past couple of years with that program. Now moves up to the Division I level. 2-1 the count after that ball thrown in by Stady. Harris hitting just .118 in conference play. As the count goes 2-2 after a foul to the back. 2 for 17 at the plate against MAC opponents. 4 strikeouts to a lone walk. In that JUCO World Series in 2025, Walters State finished runner-up. So Stady looking for another out here. From the windup, the lefty delivers a swing and a miss. Ethan Stady's got his A game early on for Bowling Green. 3 straight strikeouts for the lefty, and he's set down the first 8 in order.
Yeah, and this next guy could challenge him, Cale Steinbaugh. He's gone 5 for his 13 at-bats. So even though he's a senior, he's not exactly someone that they've leaned on early in the season. But with Stady right now, it could be a challenge. But Stady, as you mentioned, A game out there. It's nice to see him as comfortable as he is.
And it's really the swing and miss stuff that's on. That's the stuff that's working really well for Ethan Stady right now. He's controlling his fastball enough to let his off-speed pitches do the work. First pitch ball to Steinball. Next delivery, another swing and a miss for Ethan Stady. Count goes to 1-1.
Yeah, you're not kidding. And especially for these younger guys out there on the field, just getting the swing and miss just feels better. I mean, you can have them look at a strike, but it just doesn't feel the same. So to just get Stady, getting the swing and miss.
You feel a boost of confidence.
It does. You just feel good.
The next pitch, down and low for a ball. 2-1. Steinball, his second year at Ohio. He was a transfer last season from Heartland Community College. Hails from Georgetown, Illinois. A 3-game hitting streak for him, 5 for 10 over that span, has driven in 3 runs. As he looks at a second strike, count goes even to 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Again.
Played in 1 game against Bowling Green last season, didn't see an at-bat. Now in a 2-2 count against Ethan Stady with 2 outs. In the top of the third as he fouls it to the back.
He looks comfortable. He looks in control. I mean, he's got this presence about him. When he's gone in and he's struggled, you can just kind of tell. There's an energy out there. But right now, it feels like the field is all his.
Stady riding 3 straight strikeouts. His next delivery is chopped over to the right side. Fielded cleanly by Seidel. He'll flip it to first in time. Salvioni initially was going towards that ball. Retreated back to the bag. and they get the bang out over at first. So Stady, 9 straight outs to begin the game on the mound for the Falcons. Bowling Green 5-0 over Ohio as we head to the bottom half of the third inning. Bowling Green Baseball's home opener right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
BGSU's biggest annual fundraising event, One Day, is nearly here. Falcon Media Sports Network and BG Falcon Media rely on donations from One Day to continue to be the gold standard for student media coverage. Last year, Falcon Media Sports Network created 1,850 total pieces of content for all 18 BGSU sports, produced over 220 broadcasts, over 150 highlight videos and press conferences, over 300 social media pieces, nearly 60 feature stories, and over 50 trips to 11 states, covering 27,000 miles traveled, and we have only increased all those numbers this year. Any donation, even just $5, will go a long way in supporting and funding BG Falcon Media and Falcon Media Sports Network, with 100% of the donations supporting student media at BGSU, including funding for our equipment, travel, and other day-to-day expenses, and our year-round coverage of BGSU athletics. The official giving period is from 6 a.m. on March 25th to 6 p.m. on March 26th. However, the early giving period is open. To donate, go to bgsu.edu/One Day and select the Falcon
The
Media
BG
Fund.
News is Bowling Green State University's campus newspaper, published Wednesday, offering items of general interest to the broader campus community, including top local campus and city news, and state, regional, national, and international news events of significance. Key Magazine and The Obsidian are magazines that print once a semester. The BG News, publishing weekly information and entertainment from Bowling Green State University.
Four, 5, 6, Anthony Mita, DJ Tackett's Andrew DeLodovico due up for the Falcons. And at the bottom of the third, Bowling Green leads Ohio 5-0, put up a 5-spot last inning in the second frame. First pitch ball thrown in by Luke Bryant. Pitch count approaching 40 for Bryant on the mound now.
Big second.
We'll see how long Ohio lets him go out there as he misses with another ball. The control issues have been prevalent for Bryant throughout his outing. Very evident that last inning. Went just 2 1/3 on Friday against Western Michigan. As he throws another ball. Gave up 4 runs on 4 hits, walked 3 batters, hit another 2, and gave up a triple across just 48 pitches. Thrown just 5 innings in his 2 appearances against conference opponents. The 3-0 delivery misses inside for a ball. 4-pitch walk to Anthony Mita, the cleanup hitter, and it brings up TJ Tackett's, who walked his first time.
Yeah, and of course it's not like the most groundbreaking start to an inning, but that's exactly what you need to see as another guy on base. Stady did his job. He kept the momentum in favor of the orange and brown, so now you have a runner on first. Momentum is still with this home crowd, and that's exactly what they need. They're up 5-0. Build on it.
Yeah, the crowd has been invested in these high leverage moments. It's been great to see. Swing and a miss by Tackett's, down and inside. Nice pitch to begin the at-bat by Bryant. Mita stayed put at first as Stack did a nice job of staying on top of it. Mita just 1 for 2 on stolen bases on the base paths this season. He's going to run on this one. Check swing in for a strike against Tackett's. Throw down in time. So make it 1 for 3 for Anthony Mita as he'll head back to the dugout first out of the inning, attempting to swipe second.
Yeah, good throw from Stack. It didn't exactly feel like a bang-bang play, but just throw right on the money, and he got him in time. It's unfortunate to see the first guy go down that way if you're BG. Of course, that momentum maybe will shift a little bit, but nothing crazy. Still in the lead 5-0 at the end of the day.
Now an 0-2 count on Tackett's. This one bounced in the turf at the plate for a ball. Count goes to 1-2 on TJ Tackett's. Luke Bryant has now allowed at least 4 runs in 5 of his 7 appearances this season. As he misses with the ball outside. The control issues again had Tackett's down in the count 0-2. Counts work to even to 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Just getting in his head early.
Working around the plate a little too much. Dotting it inside, now dots it outside. Comes back inside with the off speed and gets Tackett's. The checks are to foul it off into the back of the glove of Stack. That will be the second strikeout of the game for Luke Bryant in the second out of the inning.
Big series there for Bryant. I mean, of course, you got your little walk to come out at second on the steal attempt, and then just to get a good strikeout like that. Of course, it wasn't exactly the swing and miss, but it feels like it just a little bit more.
Andrew DeLodovico looks at a first pitch strike, off speed, dropped in. DeLodovico singled his first time up, came around to score on the grand slam by Sam Seidel. The next pitch, off speed, catches his own again, so maybe Bryant catching a little bit of confidence here at the back end of this inning.
Yeah, he's not exactly painting it. I mean, that one was right down the middle, but still, pounding it in there is kind of throwing BG off guard.
0-2 count. Luke Bryant comes set. He delivers, and it's swung on and missed by Andrew DeLodovico. 2 straight strikeouts by Bryant to end the inning. We go to the top of the fourth, and some on this day in baseball history coming up. It's 5-0 Bowling Green for the Falcons home opener right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Falcon Gymnastics hosts the MAC Championship at the Stroh Center on Saturday, March 21st at 2 p.m. Falcon Media Sports Network's Kevin Hutchinson will have a recap available on bgfalconmedia.com, your home for all BGSU athletics, news, and updates.
Welcome back here to Stellar Field. 5-0 Bowling Green over the Ohio Bobcats as we go to the top of the fourth inning. Tyler Kavlitz alongside Vaughn Allum from the Falcon Media Sports Network. Holden Rock back in the WBGU 88.1 FM studio. On this day in baseball history here, top of the fourth, March 20th, we're going to start our journey back in 1889. On this day, a New York sporting goods house receives an order for bats, balls, and other baseball equipment from Mr. Hiroka of Tokyo, Japan. In his letter, he says that baseball, quote, has been played there for several months, end quote, and that a baseball association would soon be organized. Then on this day in 1915, the Boston Braves break ground on Commonwealth Avenue and begin construction of Braves Field. Owner James E. Gaffney wants a large enough park so that inside the park homers can be hit in 3 directions. The field would later open that year on August 18th. Then in 1973 on this day, Roberto Clemente became the first Hispanic American to get elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. The Baseball Writers Association of America announced the results as a special ballot. Clemente received 393 of the 424 votes because if you remember, he did die in that tragic plane crash on New Year's Eve. And in light of his death, the Hall of Fame Board directors waived that 5-year waiting period. So the 12th-time All-Star got in a bit early. I'm totally surprised that they don't get the full votes, that there's people that would vote against Roberto Clemente.
Yeah, really.
And then finally, in 2002, the Commissioner's Office announces that Major League Baseball continue the practice that began after September 11th attacks of singing God Bless America during the 7th inning stretch in each team's first homestand. In addition, a flag of the United States patch will be worn on the jackets of all 30 Major League teams that season, and special logos were used for opening day, Memorial Day weekend, and the 4th of July. And they actually specially designed some logos for the Toronto Blue Jays and the Montreal Expos, those Canadian teams. Top of the order for Ohio. It's a 1-1 count on Reese Harmon. Cam Hill and Cameron Boyd will follow up soon after. Strike thrown in. Count goes to 1-2. It's always cool looking back on that history.
Yeah, that one in 88 is really or 1888 is
Yeah.
really interesting, just with how it's grown out there overseas.
I mean, it's, you know, ever since Shohei got to the lead, it's exploded.
Honestly, I mean,
you're looking at, you have great baseball history in Puerto Rico and Venezuela and Dominican Republic, but really, it's hard to argue that Japan is not the second biggest baseball market in the world right now.
yeah, they grew exceptionally, that one outside. But, yeah, they grew a heck of a lot. And, I mean, seeing them win the World Baseball Classic just before this one, I mean, that was just a huge deal for Japan as a whole. And so they've grown. I mean, I've seen some high schools out here take trips out to Tokyo.
Swing and a miss by Harmon on the full count pitch. He's down on strikes. 5th strikeout of the game for Ethan Stady. But, I mean, you're right. It's just a huge part of that culture nowadays over there.
Yeah, it's
which
really
is great to see.
exceptional. Yeah, it's actually Mancino's high school, St. Ignatius. They took a trip
Okay.
out to Japan a couple of years back, I believe, back when I was in high school as well. And so they know what's going on, too. Everybody in the baseball community knows that Japan is just really the growing business of baseball.
Well, even when you had the baseball over in Asia during COVID, people in America stayed up late to watch that.
Yeah, it was fun stuff. It's really quality baseball, too.
It is. It's a little different kind of game, but it's still, it's almost a pure form of baseball.
Yeah, and I mean, you got guys coming over to the MLB. I mean, basically the Dodgers are taking all of them. But
Stady put Cam Hill in an 0-2 position and drilled a fastball right down the middle of the plate. Cam Hill froze there like a statue. He's down on strikes for the second time today, and it is 6 strikeouts here with 2 outs at the bottom of the 4th for Ethan Stady. He is absolutely rolling on the mound for Bowling Green. I should say top of the 4th. Apologies there.
no, yeah, I mean, truly, you got an 0-2 count, and he still just pounds it right in. He's feeling it out on the mound. And you can expect a ton of more strikeouts if he's able to go a solid distance moving forward.
And that is the first strikeout looking by Stady today. He had gotten his 5 previous via the swing and miss. Gets a first pitch strike to Cameron Boyd, who flew out to center field his first time up. He floats this one into shallow left center field. That's going to be the first hit of the day for Ohio. Comes in the top of the 4th, and Boyd reaches first safely with 2 outs.
Stady can't get that no-hitter. There you go. But no, he's been pitching very well. This is not really any sign of panic, I would say, for Bowling Green.
Not even a hard hit ball there. Just floated it into the perfect spot.
Yeah, no.
Nice piece of hitting.
Yeah, the main problem for Ohio hasn't been their aggressiveness. They've been swinging, as we mentioned, a lot of swinging strikeouts. It's just been making the contact. And so, honestly, good for Ohio to see one get up into the air and fall. But, again, just no real panicky feeling for BG. Of course, there's 2 outs as well.
First pitch to Will Henson outside for a ball. Henson chopped up the middle to Stady last time up and grounded out to begin the top of the 2nd. Now up to bat with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Stady looks over to first for a while, now delivers to the plate outside for a ball. Cameron Boyd on the season, 6 stolen bases on 7 attempts. We'll see if he decides to go on any of these pitches. As pickoff attempt over to first, not in time. Always more difficult running against a lefty. Will Henson at the plate. Transfer from VCU. Had 3 RBIs in his last game on Sunday against Western Michigan. Fired in there for a strike by Stady. 2-1 the count now.
He's really struggled with that walk-strikeout ratio. Only 6 walks and then 27 strikeouts. He's definitely a guy that Stady could take advantage of up there at the plate.
Just 4 for 24 now during MAC play, and they got him in a pickle over at first. Was going to run, Stady throw over to first, and they're not going to get him. He's going to slide back in time. So what happened there, it was a pickoff attempt thrown to Salvioni. He then threw it to second. Salvioni came off the bag and got the throw back to him, attempted to tag out Boyd, missed the tag as Boyd avoided it, and there wasn't time to throw it back to the bag where Stady was covering, and Boyd dove in safely.
That tag wasn't close. They had him wrapped up. But
another pickoff attempt. This one gets loose from Salvioni at first, but not far enough for Boyd to take off as he was getting up to his feet from sliding back in.
It's too much distance off of first that time from Salvioni.
First base not his natural position over there.
Right.
Still no Brady Birchmeyer in the lineup for Bowling Green, creating a hole there, and you want to get the Scheiderer bat in the lineup, so put Scheiderer in the infield over at short, move Salvioni from short over to first, and that's how you fit the bats in the order.
Yeah, and it's working out so far. Of course, 5-0. You can't exactly complain. It's just you're going to see a defensive mistake that time that not exactly is going to hurt him, but could.
Pitch found to the back by Henson. Count now 2-2, 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Stady delivers. It's flown out right field. Mo Tice moving a bit to his left, now back to his right, makes the catch for the final out of the inning. So Ohio gets their first hit of the day. They break up the no-hitter in the fourth, but they do not score a run or advance past first. And the Bowling Green Bats come up to the plate once again here in the bottom of the fourth when we come back. It's Bowling Green 5, Ohio nothing. You're listening to the Falcons home opener on WBGU 88.1 FM. On November 1st, 2024, BGSU men's soccer defeated nationally ranked Western Michigan for the first time in a decade. Falcon Media Sports Network's Lucas Kleinmeyer was on the call on the WBGU PBS YouTube channel.
History has been made here at Cocker Stadium for the first time in 37 regular season matches for the Western Michigan Broncos, and for the first time in a decade, the Bowling Green Falcons take down the Western Michigan Broncos by a final score of 3-0 here at Cocker Stadium. Wow!
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X.
We go to the bottom of the fourth here at Stellar Field. Bowling Green 5, Ohio nothing. It's been quite a few big names in attendance. I've seen Brian White, running backs coach for football. I've had a Todd Simon sighting, the men's basketball head coach. Clint Corp, host of the morning show over there in the first base grandstands right here on WBGU 88.1 FM. First pitch is chopped over to the right, to first base by Mo Tice. Harmon picks it up, steps on the bag for the first out of the inning. We'll bring up Curlis and then Mancino after him.
Designated hitter, Braden Curlis.
So Braden Curlis steps into the box. First pitch misses for a ball. Some of these ball signals by Dudonis almost looks like he's going to go for a strike call and lays off. It's a bit interesting.
He seems a little anxious before the call.
Yeah.
Eager to call a strike.
Next pitch in for a strike.
There's no doubt.
We got lights turned on here in the press box. As the sun begins to set down. You usually don't have to turn these on. We don't get to play night games.
Sure, yeah.
Stellar Field.
Lovely little ambiance for us in the press box.
This one's chopped over to the left side, going to be fielded by Bryant, the shortstop. His throw to first in time. Nice stretch by Harmon over at the bag. Too quickly down here in the bottom of the fourth. Brings up Paulie Mancino. Hit by a pitch. Came around to score on the grand slam by Sam Seidel last time up.
Great opportunity here for Bowling Green to get something going once again, but with the 2 outs, I mean, just momentum kind of getting taken out of them. I mean, the pitching has started to really come back out here for Ohio. We'll see if that actually keeps up. It was that second inning where it was just kind of out of nowhere. We were talking right beforehand about how it could be a one-run inning, but in the blink of an eye, there you go.
Luke Bryant's pitch count up over 50 now. As the count moves to 2-0, another little half call behind the plate.
Yeah, I mean, you're expecting.
It's almost like the ball is like a half strike call, and then it lays off and misses for a ball. This one is swung on, lifted left field, pretty straight at Boyd, the left fielder, and he snags it for the final out of the inning. Falcons go down 1-2-3 very quickly in the bottom of the fourth. We head to the top of the fifth. We will have the answer for our trivia question when we come back right here on WBGU 88.1 FM. Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM. Back here at Stellar Field, we go to the top of the 5th inning. Bowling Green 5, Ohio nothing. And we have reached the point where we get the answer to this trivia question. So I posed a couple innings ago. First night game of MLB history was held on May 24th, 1935. What stadium was it held at? Was it A, Fenway Park, B, Crosley Field, C, Wrigley Field, or D, the Polo Grounds? Vaughn, I'll look to you first. What's your final answer?
I'm nervous, but I'm going to stick with Crosley.
Okay.
I'm going to stick with that.
Noah, going to go Crosley. Sam Crosley. Kyle Edmond, the sports information director for BGSU Baseball, is going Crosley as well. Do we have a clean sweep for Crosley? What are we going with, Holden?
Locking it in, Crosley.
Okay. You guys all got it right. Hey! It is Crosley Field. So, a little bit of history behind this one. It's actually a kind of cool story for Crosley Field, that when they did it, when they turned on the lights, they went back to the White House and had the president flip a switch that turned on the lights. So they took it back to the White House. He flipped the switch. The lights turned on in Cincinnati.
Who was president at the time?
I believe it was FDR.
Really? I guess that makes sense. Yeah, it's really random, but what a cool little thing that they had going.
Yeah, so it was at 8:30 p.m. Franklin Delano Roosevelt threw a ceremonial switch at the White House in Washington. The lights went on in Cincinnati. The Hall of Fame broadcaster for the Reds, Ford C. Frick, Red Barber, who won the Ford C. Frick Award in 1978 to get in the Hall of Fame, said, "As soon as I saw the lights come on, I knew they were there to stay. The lights were perfect. There were no shadows. Everything was lovely. We can only hope the same here at Stellar Field."
That's cool. That's cool stuff. I mean, just the way that they had it going. We were thinking for a moment that they weren't going to turn the lights on until it was exactly necessary, but of course that is kind of the right decision to put it on early before the game.
You don't want a situation where you have an issue.
Exactly.
Mid-game.
Exactly. And of course with it being all new, got to have that under control from the get-go.
So at the plate for the Bobcats, it's Tyler Stack. And then it will be Cam Bryant, Grant Wilson, 5, 6, 7 in the order. It's a 1-1 count on Stack. Ethan Stady still out there on the mound. He's not allowed to run in 4 innings, 6 strikeouts to his name, just 1 hit allowed. It's been a terrific performance by him thus far. His pitch count still under 60 for as many pitches as he's thrown and long at-bats. Still hasn't walked a guy.
Yeah, he's just been lights out right now, and of course lights on. But still, I mean, you just got a good performance out of this guy. Who we were talking off the air about how, yeah, he had that rough go, but he had a good go as well. So just to see him just get more into a rhythm early on and carry that through inning by inning, it's just good to see.
This one drilled over to short, but straight at Griffin Scheiderer. Takes a few steps to his left, goes into the back of the glove. And it's 1 out here in the top of the 5th.
That's the other thing, too. No big defensive errors either, just yet out of BG. Of course, I don't want to get an announcer jinx to him, but still, you're seeing just confidence behind them as well, which is just something new that we haven't seen a whole lot early in the season with, of course, losing results. So just to get the 5-run lead early and to have your pitcher be as confident as he is and throw what he's throwing, everyone in the dugout or on the field is just feeling it.
Brings up Cam Bryant. Looks at a first pitch strike on the outside corner. Bryant struck out swing his first time at the dish.
Stretch of 3 to follow him.
Bryant pops it up foul to the left side. Cam Bryant, he's had a hit in all but 3 of his 21 games this season. Riding a .273 batting average, so not a guy that gets a bunch of hits in bunches, but a guy that consistently gets on base. Chops over to the right side. What a snag by Salvioni on the backhand, sliding on the turf, and he pops it over to Ethan Stady covering the bag. What a terrific play by the shortstop turned first baseman today.
Yeah, that was an athletic play, as you mentioned, sliding onto his rear and grabbing that one out of the air. The real question, though, would you call that picking it out of the dirt? Because now this is turf. Would you call that picking it out of the dirt?
Did I say dirt?
No, I'm just saying, would you call it picking out of the turf?
Thought I made the mistake there.
No. But I'm just saying, I've never heard picking it out of the turf, though.
I mean, I guess you still could.
I guess. But are you right? That's the real question.
It's going to have to be asked to the larger baseball community on that one.
Truly.
It's the batting around question. Is it once you get to the ninth batter or once you get past the ninth batter? Which one's batting around?
Yeah, you're right.
It's up for subject to debate. First pitch strike to Grant Wilson. He also struck out to begin the third inning. His last time up. Swings and misses at this one. Count goes to 0-2. 2 outs. Top of the fifth. Bowling Green ahead of Ohio 5-0 in their home opener here at Stellar Field. Falcons have out-hit the Bobcats 3-1. From the windup, Ethan Stady delivers outside for a ball.
Again, Wilson is the guy that's struggling. Just to see him come out here and maybe just get a good at-bat would just give some energy to this Ohio team. They don't have a lot to cling on early. It's already a 1-2 count, but still just getting a good AB out of him could just be a big deal. They need to blow something out of proportion.
Stady, his delivery inside for a ball. Got him in the 0-2 count. Missed outside, missed inside. We'll see what Ethan Stady goes with next.
He's really starting to paint it out here, and that's something different that we haven't seen out of Luke Bryant. He's just starting to pound things in and just trying to get the strikes.
Big deep breath by Stady. His delivery is flown out fairly deep left field. Going back is Tackett's. Tackett's drifting to left center. It's going to be Mancino, the center fielder, who calls him off on the warning track and makes the catch just to the right of the 375 marker in the alleyway. For the final out of the inning, another 1-2-3 inning worked by Ethan Stady, his fourth of the day. Stays 5-0 Bowling Green as we head to the bottom half of the fifth, right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Mark Zaborny here, host of WBGU FM's Jazz Unlimited. Listen to Jazz weekdays from 9 a.m. until noon with special live in-studio editions every Wednesday. I'll spin classic jazz standards and the latest jazz releases. That's Jazz Unlimited, weekdays from 9 until noon on Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU 88.1 FM.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X.
Luke Bryant's day is done on the mound for Ohio. The new pitcher coming into the game for the Bobcats is going to be in the form of Dylan Masters. So Vaughn, if you would like us to take us through the final line for Luke Bryant before we get into some about Masters.
Yeah, I mean, he really did struggle early on, and that second inning really hurt him in a lot of different ways. Only went through 56 pitches, so nothing crazy there, but he allowed 3 hits, 5 runs, each earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and yeah, just not exactly the cleanest showing for him.
Masters, a lefty senior, 6'3", 210. From New Albany, Ohio, his 4th season at Ohio. Began his collegiate career at Murray State. No wins or losses this season, an 8.10 earned run average. 13 1/3 innings pitched across 10 appearances, 6 strikeouts, 212 walks. Opponents hit .327 against Masters. It's an 0-2 count at the plate against Griffin Scheiderer, the leadoff bat for Bowling Green. It'll be Scheiderer, Seidel, Salvioni, 1, 2, 3 in the order. Head of the bat, thrown to that one, fouled off to the left side. Count stays at 0-2.
Masters really a short-time pitcher. He hasn't gone more than 2 2/3. We'll see if he's actually able to put something together this time. But, yeah, BG shouldn't expect him out there for long out on the mound.
New Albany, Ohio. Get corrected by Coyle Withrow, our photographer behind me.
What did you say?
I think I said Albany.
Oh, come on.
1-2 the count now. Pitch just misses off the outside corner.
Big hockey school, New Albany. Albany. I never had to call them.
Count goes to the 2-2.
Is Coyle from New Albany?
Ball's grounded over to short. Fielded by the shortstop, Bryant. He throws across the diamond for the first out of the inning. And it's, Bowling Green got the bats going early, but very quickly now, that is 6 straight set down by the Ohio pitching.
Yeah.
Very quietly, kind of, that they've done that.
Yeah, honestly, it feels like still a good amount of momentum is for BG, and they're definitely still in the driver's seat. I mean, just look at the box score. It's still 5-0. But, yeah, only 3 hits compared to Ohio's 1. It's not a big deal. Other than the actual score itself, nothing is showing that the Falcons should be in the driver's seat as much as it really does feel like it.
First pitch to Seidel, misses for a ball. Sam Seidel, 2 for 2 on the day. Terrific performance so far. A double and a grand slam. Looks at a strike on the outside corner. Count goes to 1-1.
Hey, if he could get another hit here, we'll see. We'll see.
Watch for something possibly.
Yeah.
Still just 1 out in the inning. The next pitch to Seidel misses with the all-speed down low. Count goes to 2-1. Still some bodies getting loose, moving around in both bullpens. Nobody throwing in either pen. Swung on and missed by Seidel. Count goes to 2-2.
Yeah, he really wanted that one. But again, it's a guy that's patient up there at the plate. I don't expect him to swing at anything he doesn't want. Again, he leads the team with 13 walks, a large margin out in front on the starting lineup.
The 2-2 pitch. Seidel fouls it off at the plate, stays alive.
Exactly what I'm talking about. And that's really a guy that you want early in your order to get some extra throws out there from the pitcher. Just make him work for it. And that's what Seidel brings to the table. And he's also brought today a lot of offensive production.
Yeah, throughout his career, a .419 on-base percentage, a .434 on-base percentage coming into today's game. The next pitch is roped foul on the first base line. Would have been an easy double for Seidel at minimum, had it been fair. Still a decent amount of foul territory.
Yeah, 100%.
Here at Stellar. Dimensions staying exactly the same. 345 to the corners, 375 to the alleyways, 400 dead center. This one's lined up to center field. And was that caught? It was. What a nice catch by Harris, sliding to the turf. Out in center to rob Seidel of a single. And 2 straight set down in this inning. Overall, 7 straight set down by Ohio pitching. And there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th for Bowling Green, with Vinny Salvioni coming to the plate. 0 for 2 today with 2 flyouts.
Yeah, Salvioni right now, again, 2 outs, nobody on. Not exactly a pressure situation, but just take something out of this right now. 0s up on the board except for that second inning. 0s all for Ohio. It's feeling really slow other than that second inning. Can they pull something out of Salvioni right now? Again, he's one of those better bats on the season so far.
Salvioni fouls it off. On the first pitch he sees. Dylan Masters last pitched on Saturday against Western Michigan. As Salvioni flies this foul to the left side, just a few feet to the left of that white line.
You talk about playable foul territory. It really closes out.
It does.
Out there on the...
Very angular.
Yeah, for sure. It's very rounded. You hear from home plate. Kind of closes out on the corners.
Masters on Saturday against Western went an inning, gave up a hit, walked a batter through 11 pitches. Gets a fly out to right as Salvioni puts into the glove of Hill, the right fielder. 1-2-3 inning worked by Dylan Masters in his first inning of work on the mound for the Bobcats. We go to the top of the 6th. Bowling Green 5, Ohio nothing, right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
At the Stro or on the
I'm Kurt Leidy, Chief Photographer for BG Falcon Media. BGSU One Day is nearly here, the university's biggest annual fundraising event. To support our mission of being the gold standard for student media coverage, any and all donations are hugely appreciated. Donations will go towards updating our aging equipment, allowing us to continue to travel with Falcon athletics and other day-to-day expenses in year-round coverage of everything BGSU. The donation period is open now and runs until 6 p.m. on March 26th. To support our coverage of BGSU and Falcon athletics, go to bgsu.edu/oneday and select the Falcon Media Fund. Ziggy.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X.
BG Falcon Media is an organization encompassing student media organizations at Bowling Green State University. BG24 is the video component of Falcon Media that creates a weekly live newscast every Tuesday. All videos and live streams can be found on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel and website, or BG24's Twitter account. BG Falcon Media, empowering students with creative freedom by exploring technologies and focusing on audience engagement and service to our communities.
Taylor Harris, Kale Steinball, and then Reese Harmon, 8-9, top of the order for Ohio, due up here in the top of the sixth. Ethan Stady still out there in the mound for Bowling Green. He's gone 5 strong, given up just 1 hit, struck out 6 batters, hasn't walked a guy.
Beautiful performance for, beautiful performance for Stady. I mean, you're seeing him come out here, and you're seeing him pound the strike zone in the beginning. Then you see him start to paint the corners. He's comfortable. And here another swing and miss is what you get to start things off.
I wish we had a tracker of that one. I wish I started tracking that at the start of the game.
Truly.
It's got to be double-digit swing and misses easily for Stady at this point.
Yeah, it's lovely to see just how aggressive he's being with these aggressive bats for Ohio.
Pitch misses inside on that one. Went with a heater. Count goes to 1-1. He's done a great job of mixing up his pitches.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hasn't become too predictable.
Just throwing him off guard.
The lefty's next delivery. Misses up high. He does like to work high in the zone, which can be dangerous at times. But against an Ohio team that's not a huge power team, he's taking advantage of it. 2-1, his pitch. Foul to the back.
Yeah, with a shaky start to the season, it's good to see Stady just come out here and just dominate almost. And again, I don't want to say anything too early, but again, we're, halfway through this one? A little over halfway through this one?
His pitch count's up over 70 now.
Yeah, so we'll see how much longer he goes, but just...
Swing and a miss at the plate. Gives Stady 7 strikeouts. He's had 11 in a game in this season, so he's a guy that can get him in bunches, showing it right here.
He is in a different kind of rhythm, a rhythm that we really haven't seen at all this season. It's just good. There's no way around that. This is just quality stuff out of your starting pitcher.
Well, you know what might be even more impressive for Ethan Stady is now this strikeout to walk ratio, is his first delivery to Steinball is fouled to the back. So Stady this year, with his 7 Ks now, 28 strikeouts to 7 walks. It's a 4-to-1 ratio. You'll take that any day of the week.
No doubt. I think any pitcher would take that any day of the week.
The 0-1 pitch by Stady to Steinball. Catches the zone for a strike. Nice job of D'Lo DeVico bringing it a little bit to the left.
Yeah.
On the outside corner. Gets the frame, gets the call from home plate umpire Andy Dudanis.
Ohio's really struggled in the 2-strike spots. They just seem really anxious whenever that takes place.
The 0-2 delivery from Stady popped up and fouled to the right side. Stady hasn't messed around in 0-2 counts very often either. He's gone with his A-game swing and miss stuff more than not.
No, yeah, typically you're going to try to pull something out of the zone, make him chase, maybe just get something out of the zone, play it with 0-2, but he's, again, just aggressive is the name of the game for Stady today.
Stady from the windup misses just down low.
Barely.
Had the outside corner. Crowd wanted it. I have to wait at least another pitch as count goes to 1-2.
Thought the umpire might have, made a bit of one of those late calls again, but not this
Making
time.
us out again?
Yeah, 100%.
Stady, 1-2. Swung on, drilled left field, but pretty much straight toward Tackett's. The line out goes right to him. Had to take a couple steps, puts it away for the second out of the inning. We go to the top of the order with Reese Harmon, who's 0 for 2 today, a fly out to center, and a strikeout swinging.
Ohio just needs to approach this as a reset, I feel like, right now. Of course, yes, 2 outs here in the inning, nobody on base, but just to get back to the top of your order, just a big deal for them right now. And so if you can get Harmon to just put together a good AB, that's what they need right now. But maybe they will have to wait for that next upcoming inning when they have Hill, Boyd, and Henson.
First pitch ball to Reese Harmon. 2 outs in this frame now, this top of the 6th. Bowling Green leads 5-0 over Ohio, first game of this 3-game series. Stady finds the zone on that delivery. Count goes to 1-1. Bowling Green this season, as Stady delivers once again inside. Almost hit the hands of Harmon, pulled him back last second.
That was a little too close.
Bowling Green just 1-4 on Friday games this year. They have yet to win a conference series opener. Won the Saturday game against both Kent State and Miami. Lost the Friday and Sunday games against each of those teams. 3-1 the count now against Harmon at the plate. Stady takes a deep breath, winds up, and delivers. First walk of the day issued by Ethan Stady as he misses outside.
Perhaps just, I don't know, maybe getting a little too high in the pitch count. He's up now to 84, but 55 strikes. He's still doing well in the ratio here. They're going to keep him out there, of course, with the 2 outs. Again, nothing to really panic about. You're still at 5, but maybe we're just starting to see a little bit of a slowdown for State.
Don't see an arm actively, or there is an arm actively throwing.
Yeah.
Right-handed arm for Bowling Green. See if we can get a number on that possibly. First pitch strike to Cam Hill. Looks like Carson Sova out there in the pen for Bowling Green. Started as a starter, the Saturday starter for Bowling Green this season. Kind of got moved out of that role and has served a long relief role in recent weeks. This one's chopped up the middle. Fielded by Scheiderer, the shortstop, flips it to Seidel at second. Fielder's choice to end the inning for Bowling Green. Stady issues his first walk. No problem. Stays 5-0 Falcons as we head to the bottom of the 6th, right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
You are listening to Falcon Media Sports Network coverage on WBGU 88.1 FM in Bowling Green, Ohio.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X.
I'm Henry Costco from the Falcon Media Sports Network. BGSU's biggest annual fundraising event, One Day, is nearly here. Falcon Media Sports Network and BG Falcon Media rely on donations from One Day to continue to be the gold standard for student media coverage. As a videographer, Falcon Media allows me to gain experience shooting sports and other live events in a professional environment where I can learn what it means to use multimedia production as an outlet for passionate and creative results. Any donation, even just $5, will go a long way in supporting and funding BG Falcon Media and Falcon Media Sports Network, with 100% of the donations supporting student media at BGSU, including funding for our equipment, travel, and other day-to-day expenses in our year-round coverage of Falcon athletics. The official giving period is from 6 a.m. on March 25th to 6 p.m. on March 26th. However, the early giving period is open. To donate, go to bgsu.edu/oneday and select the Falcon Media Fund. I zig.
For Bowling Green, it'll be 4, 5, 6 in the order, heart of the order. Anthony Mita, TJ Tackett's, Andrew DeLodovico due up for the orange and brown. Dylan Masters, the lefty, still on the mound. This one lined out fairly deep right center field. Going back and watching it hit the wall is Hill, the right fielder. He'll fire it in, but not in time as Anthony Mita leads off the bottom of the 6th with a double off the right center field wall.
Everyone held their breath for a moment that time. It just hit the numeral of 375 up there on the wall. So close. Really just a couple of feet away from a home run. Just unable to get it, but now you got the leadoff guy in scoring position. And Bowling Green really feels like it's taken him a while to get back into the offensive groove. A big hit like that can get him right back into this.
Not really a launch angle guy, but, that one, the launch angle just a bit low.
Sure.
Just hit a hard line drive. Didn't have enough legs underneath it to get over that wall into the pine trees.
Yeah, everyone kind of held their breath for a moment, thinking it could have, but just short.
Mita will settle for that leadoff double as it's a first pitch strike delivered to TJ Tackett's. A walk and a strikeout today for Tackett's. Pickoff attempt to second as Masters spins back and fires it. Back in time ahead of the Bryant tag is Mita. Third extra base hit of the day for Bowling Green. First by a player not named Sam Seidel, who has a double and a grand slam. Another pickoff attempt, back in safely once again, is Mita. Mita was caught stealing, attempting to swipe second in the 3rd inning. Just 1 for 3 on stolen base attempts this year. Dancing a little bit out at second as Tackett's gets under this one, flies it out, right field. Coming in and making the catch is Hill. Mita's going to fake a tag up as Hill fired that in. Bryant, the shortstop, was trying to jump up to grab it to be able to tag Mita. That throw way too high, going towards third. So Mita stays put at second. Tackett's flies out to right for the first out of the inning. Brings up Andrew DeLodovico. A single and a strikeout today.
Yeah, honestly, going back to that throw, could have been a very, very close call if
it was a bit lower.
Yeah, if the throw was actually on the money there to second, he could have been out. No question.
DeLodovico lines this to right. Diving for it and not getting it is Hill. It'll go to the wall. Here comes Mita around third. Hill score. DeLodovico's around second. The throw just into the cutoff man, and it is an RBI triple for Andrew DeLodovico.
Just not the right move to dive that time out and right. Ended up costing his team. Might not have even been an RBI. Probably wouldn't have been.
So for DeLodovico, that is his first triple of the year, his 5th run batted in on the year. And Bowling Green leads 6-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Motice fouls off the first pitch he sees to the left side.
Really starting to see these lights starting to make more of a difference now. Of course, he's still got a couple more innings to go, but you can tell it's getting darker out here. Fun to see.
Sunset will be in full effect in about 20-30 minutes. As Motice chops it to the left side, coming home to score will be DeLodovico. The throw to first is in time, so give Carter Motice his 4th run batted in of the year and give Bowling Green a 7-0 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Now 2 outs in the inning.
Yeah, of course, two runs isn't huge, but it's just better than 0, which is what we've been seeing all the way through for Ohio. You're seeing 3 zeros put up in between the 5 and 2. It's just a big deal to put up some more runs, even though it's
a little bit of security blanket.
Yeah, you're building off of a lead, and Ohio, not exactly a team that you expect can catch up to these kinds of situations, but never say never.
Dylan Masters worked a very clean 1-2-3 5th inning. Bowling Green has got into him here in the 6th. A double and a triple. Ending up with 2 runs scored. 1-1 count on Braden Curlis. Looks at another ball. Count goes to 2-1.
Thought he was going to call that a strike. Man, you just never know.
Curlis, a hit by pitch and a ground out to short so far today. The lefty comes set, delivers in for a strike. Very aggressive end of his delivery with Masters. Really whips it around with the left arm. Kind of jerks his front shoulder a bit.
Oh, scoreboard went out.
Oh,
there we
back
go.
on. We kept the runs and the hits. Those never went out.
That's kind of what matters, too. I mean, long term.
Not wrong.
Of course, you want to know your count here at payoff pitch.
Full count now. It's chopped over to short, fielded cleanly by Bryant. His delivery across the diamond offline, but Harmon's able to tag Curlis before he gets to the bag. Finally, the third out of the inning for Ohio after Bowling Green tacks on 2 more. It's 7-0 Falcons as we go to the top of the 7th right here at Stellar Field on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Falcon Communications is the student-run public relations firm of BGSU Public Relations Student Society of America and BG Falcon Media. Those who join the firm create social media and feature story content for the BG News, BG24, WBGU FM, and the Bowling Green Radio Sports Organization. For each Falcon Media brand, Falcon Communication members help coordinate special events and create strategies for how to best market those events to the university community.
I'm Luis Kleinmeyer from the Falcon Media Sports Network. BGSU's biggest annual fundraising event, One Day, is nearly here. Falcon Media Sports Network and BG Falcon Media rely on donations from One Day to continue to be the gold standard for student media coverage. During the past 2 years, I've had the privilege to travel with the BGSU women's basketball program to broadcast all away games on WBGU 88.1 FM. I've been able to experience different stadiums, arenas, and cities, and not just basketball, but multiple sports. And I wouldn't have been able to without your help during One Day. Any donation, even just $5, will go a long way in supporting and funding BG Falcon Media and Falcon Media Sports Network, with 100% of the donations supporting student media at BGSU, including funding for our equipment, travel, and other day-to-day expenses in our year-round coverage of Falcon athletics. The official giving period is from 6 a.m. on March 25th to 6 p.m. on March 26th. However, the early giving period is open. To donate, go to bgsu.edu/oneday and select the Falcon Media Fund. Isaac!
Ethan Stady still out there on the mound for Bowling Green as we go to the top of the 7th here at Stellar Field, and the lights coming into full effect as the sun begins to go down below the horizon. Again, full sunset in about 20 minutes here, and it's a beautiful sight we've never seen here at Stellar Field. It's over 60-year history. Lights illuminating the field.
It's a great feeling. You're just starting to smell the nighttime air. It's just a good feel, wouldn't you say? I mean, it's not exactly clear skies. You got some clouds up there, but with the lights shining down, it's just a good baseball vibe. There's nothing more to it.
Cameron Boyd, Will Henson, Tyler Stack, 3-4-5 due up for Ohio. Stady's first pitch of the inning. Misses for a ball. Stady, that his 87th delivery of the game. His season high in innings coming into today was 4. That was a couple series ago against Kent State in the Saturday game. Don't have any pitches recorded for Sanford, but only threw an inning there. His season high in pitches was his last outing against Miami over the weekend with 72. So he's now well over that. So by all metrics, the longest outing of the season for Stady, and you could argue maybe not his most efficient. The 11 strikeouts and 12 at-bats was very efficient, but overall possibly his best.
Yeah, no doubt. Just going the distance right now, getting these swing and misses. It's just, as we mentioned, he's just comfortable, which is something that we really want to see here. Of course, in the home stretch, this is the first of 5 straight here at Stellar. Just seeing him come out here when we expected Turner as well earlier on pregame, it's just good to see.
Stady's 1-2 delivery, a swing and a miss by Boyd.
There you go.
Got him in a swing and miss at the high heat. 8th strikeout of the day for Ethan Stady.
And the defense behind him, I mentioned this before, just comfortable. And that's just going to help your team out no matter what. This is a team that as a whole has maybe had a couple of defensive errors throughout the season, nothing too crazy. But Ohio, a team that their offense hasn't exactly clicked throughout, so to throw out Stady here, a guy who's been a little shaky, it's looking great for him.
Will Henson looks at a first pitch ball on the outside. Henson, 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded out to Stady on the mounds and flew out to right. Stady fires in a strike. Count goes to 1-1. Will Henson started the season with 4 multi-hit games. Since then, he's just had 5 total after those first 4 games. Cooled off a little bit, but still batting .279 coming into today's game. Batting below 200 in conference play. Now against MAC opponents, it's a 4 for 25 mark. The 1-2 pitch from Stady is lined into left field. That'll settle in front of Tackett's for a 1-out single for Henson. So make it now 5 for 26 against MAC pitching.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah, double play can end it, but for Ohio to just get a hit right now, just get their second of the ball game, that doesn't sound like that big of a deal. But if you're Ohio, it doesn't seem likely with the way the season has went, but you just want to take it step by step, crawl back into this one. A single in the left doesn't seem like a big deal, but you never know.
Stady's pitch count at 95, now 96 with that last delivery that misses outside for a ball. Approaching the century mark. Tyler Stack 0 for 2 in the day as he looks at a strike. Fly out to center and a line out to short. 1-1 count on Stack now. 7-0 Bowling Green, top of the 7th here at Stellar Field. Falcons out hitting the Bobcats 5-2. Chopped over to the left side, fielded by Mita, the third baseman. Goes to second for 1. Relay to first, not in time. So fielder's choice gets Henson at second. Stack reaches safely at first. 2 outs in the inning now.
Yeah, Stack, one of the few guys in this Ohio order that has been able to avoid the Stady strikeout. But these next 3 guys up in the order, they each went down actually three straight earlier on in the game.
Brings up Cam Bryant. 100th pitch of the day. Up next for Ethan Stady. Working from the stretch, delivers. The century pitch is in there for a strike. In all likelihood, final inning of work. Either way, for Stady, could be his final batter here with 2 outs. The 0-1 pitch to Cam Bryant. Just misses off the outside for a ball.
Just barely trying to get him to chase that time.
Lefty-lefty matchup. Bryant 0 for 2 in the day. A strikeout swing and a ground out over to first. The 1-1 pitch by Stady. Just misses again. This one trying to paint the outside corner a bit lower as well.
He wanted that pitch kind of that same location, but just unable to hit it twice. So hopefully we'll see something different this time around on the 2-1.
Again, working from the stretches, Stady takes a look to first, now delivers, goes to the outside once again, gets a swing and a miss this time, a bit more elevated. Count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Runner on first for Ohio in the form of Tyler Stack. Scoreboard flickering on and off.
This time we don't get the runs or the hits. Oh, there we go. We're back.
Stady comes set. Runner's off. His delivery is fouled off to the back.
How many 2-strike counts does Stady have? I mean, that's
quite a few.
Yeah, quite a few. That's an understatement. It feels like every single one. I mean, he's just really drawn everybody either to the strikeout or real close to it.
We'll do it at 2-2 again with 2 outs in the inning. Ethan Stady trying to complete 7 full scoreless frames here at Stellar Field. The lefty comes set. Delivers up high and outside for a ball. Runner was off. Stack will take second. We're going to count it as defensive indifference for Stack. So runner in scoring position for Ohio now. The full count pitch with 2 outs is swung on and fouled to the right side. Hammered that time by Bryant.
Had a lot of air under it. My goodness.
Went out by the food truck. Beyond the food truck. Down the right field line.
Got to say, this field is really right up on that intersection behind us. I was surprised to see that. A lot of opportunity for a foul ball to go awry.
Definitely is. Full count, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Bowling Green 7-0. Ohio with a runner in scoring position. The pitch by Stady is flown out to center field by Cam Bryant. Settling under and making the catch is Paulie Mancino. 7 shutout innings by Ethan Stady. Over 100 pitches thrown. What an outing by the lefty. And we head to the 7th inning stretch here at Stellar Field under the lights for the first time. You're listening to WBGU 88.1 FM.
Black Swamp Players of Bowling Green is dedicated to the advancement of amateur theatrics, including production of live theater as well as various educational opportunities involving the arts. Founded in 1965, the organization provides high-quality amateur live theater as well as opportunities to the cast, crews, and the viewing public. Visit blackswampplayers.org for more information.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X.
We go to the bottom of the 7th here at Stellar Field. Bowling Green 7, Ohio 0. New pitcher for the Bobcats, their third of the day, will be Evan Lichenauer. Lichenauer, a freshman lefty. 5'10", 170 from Newark, Ohio. 1-2 this year, an 876 earned run average. 12 1/3 innings pitched, 5 appearances, 3 of them starts. 3 strikeouts to 5 walks, a .340 opponent batting average.
Leading off the bottom of the 7th for the Falcons, the number 9 hitter of the center field.
It'll be Paulie Mancino, then Griffin Scheiderer and Sam Seidel. 9, then top of the order, 1 and 2 for the Falcons. First pitch strike to Mancino, the former Bobcat. It's been hit by a pitch and flown out to left today.
Solid
Looks at a ball,
at-bats
count goes to 1-1.
Yeah, just solid at-bats out of him. I mean, and that's all you can really ask for sometimes. Yes, he did get hit by one, but he's really just put together some good ABs here. This one going to 1 and 2. Honestly, should have pulled the trigger. That one right down Main Street.
Working quick on the mound.
Yeah.
Is Lichenauer, to say the least. Very herky-jerk delivery, throwing out that front glove. Every movement.
Just feels
almost
dramatic.
Violent nature to it.
Yeah, no doubt.
So the count even at 2 and 2. Lichenauer delivers, foul to the back. I mean, it is, the leg kick, once you get there, it is jerks back, then forward with the glove and rips down with his left arm.
It kind of reminds me of the delivery of James Karinchak.
I was thinking right there as well with you. I was hoping you're going to go with that comparison. That is a very good one.
Hey, he always
just the
had
left-handed version.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I love James Karinchak. He had the Ricky Vaughn thing going with him. It was a lovely sight to see.
Wasn't as good once they took away the sticky stuff.
No.
Next pitch misses for a ball. Count goes full to 3 and 2. We'll give you Dylan Masters' final line in just a second. The Lichenauer pitch is swung on and missed at the plate by Paulie Mancino. So Mancino down on strikes to begin the outing for Lichenauer. If you want to take us through the final numbers for Dylan Masters, Vaughn.
Yeah, Masters, he faced 8 guys through 30, but again, just not exactly the cleanest. Same as Bryant, really. He allowed 2 runs, both earned on 2 hits. Didn't walk anybody, however, but again, didn't strike out anybody either. More of a contact guy.
Overall, it's just 2 strikeouts by the Ohio pitching staff against Bowling Green batting today. The 0-1 pitch to Scheiderer. Misses for a ball outside. Lefty-lefty matchup. Scheiderer 0 for 3. A ground out to second, a ground out to short, and a strikeout. Next pitch to Scheiderer. Off speed. Right down the alley for a strike. Count goes to 1-2.
Yeah, again, only 5 hits right now for Bowling Green, which just feels kind of bizarre with the amount of success that they had.
Had more impact hits than anything.
Exactly. Ooh.
And Scheiderer swinging out of his shoes there. Went up and took a chop at that one. Got all air. His second strikeout of the day. He's 0 for 4 in the game. 2 straight Ks for Lichenauer as we go to Sam Seidel. A double, a homer, and a flyout today.
Yeah, for Bowling Green, you had that great second inning, and right now, honestly, that could have been all they needed. But then
it's the difference in the game so far.
Yeah, no doubt. Then you add 2 more there in that inning prior, and so it's good to see that they were still active in that other inning. But right now, it just feels like they're just kind of not in a slump. What's the word I'm looking for? They're just kind of slowing things down, like how they did in those couple of middle innings as well. Just kind of taking ugly hacks.
0-2 count on Sam Seidel. Next delivery by Lichenauer is lined up the middle by Seidel. Now just a triple away from the cycle. A single, a double, and a grand slam for Seidel.
Definitely not impossible the way that he's been hitting today, and especially if you get another dive like what we saw in right field. You never know for sure.
Challenge is going to be getting back to him in the order.
Yeah, for sure. Seidel right now just really, really playing well. Again, 2 outs. You never know what will happen behind you, but it's just good to see Seidel have a good day, especially getting him and Stady into a good rhythm at home.
Salvioni 0 for 3 on the day. Looks at a first pitch strike. A fly out to center and 2 flyouts to right. Got under the ball, has not been able to get it past an Ohio glove, though. The next pitch, in there first strike. Lichenauer works quick, but he's pounded the zone.
100%. And that's kind of what we saw out of James Karinchak back in his prime. I mean, he's just someone that throws it in. Sometimes the problem is just going to be offering too much hittable stuff, which is what Seidel took advantage of.
The 0-2 delivery, swung on and flown out to center field. Settling under it is Harris. The center fielder makes the catch for the final out of the inning. We head to the top of the 8th. It's Bowling Green 7, Ohio and nothing, right here at Stellar Field on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Over the past 2 years, your support on One Day has helped Falcon Media Sports Network make over 100 trips to over 15 states and travel over 50,000 miles covering BGSU athletics. Any donation on One Day, even just $5, will help us to improve on this gold standard level of student media coverage. The official giving period is from 6 a.m. on March 25th to 6 p.m. on March 26th. However, the early giving period is open. To donate, go to bgsu.edu/oneday and select the Falcon Media Fund. I zig.
The premier community theater of Bowling Green is the Black Swamp Players. For over 50 years, Black Swamp Players has been dedicated to the advancement of amateur theatrics, including production of live theater as well as various educational opportunities involving the arts. BSP is a nonprofit organization whose volunteer membership is open to any person regardless of age, religion, sexual orientation, or race. Visit blackswamplayers.org.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X.
To the top of the 8th we go. Wherever I May Roam by Metallica blares out as Carson Silva takes the mound for the Falcons. Marks the end of the day for Ethan Stady, who went 7 strong. If you want to tell us a little more about Stady's terrific performance.
Yeah, it was a great day. 24 batters faced through his 7 innings pitched. 107 thrown out there. Only allowed 2 hits in 1 walk. Just an absolutely incredible performance from Stady, going 8 strikeouts as well.
So now Carson Silva, his turn to try to shut down this Ohio lineup. Silva on the season started as a starter, been turned into a long relief guy as of late. 0-2 on the year, an 11.08 earned run average, 13 innings pitched across 5 appearances, 3 of them starts, 15 strikeouts to 12 walks. Opponents hitting .357 off of Silva. Last through on Friday, went 3 2/3 innings, gave up a lone run and a lone hit, 7 strikeouts to 3 walks, 2 hit batters, 67 pitches.
First pitch, a little, it wasn't pretty. A little down low and in. Hopefully,
bounces off the turf there.
Hopefully not a sign of things to come.
The next pitch to Grant Wilson.
There you go.
Catches the outside corner for a strike. It's Wilson, Harris, Steinball, 7, 8, 9. In the order due up for the Bobcats. Silva's next delivery. Swung on and chopped and grounded through the hole on the right side of the infield for a leadoff single for Grant Wilson. That's just the 3rd hit of the day for Ohio.
Yeah, Silva has to enter into this not with the idea that BG is up 7. Yes, you can play maybe a little bit more comfortable, but play confident. Like that's what Stady had. And right now you just can't play, I don't know if lazy is the right word, but you just can't be a little too laid back right now. Yes, you're up 7, but if they're able to string some more of these hits together, they could crawl back. It's college baseball. Anything could happen.
Silva, the tallest player in the Mid-American Conference, stands at 6'10", 230 pounds. His first pitch inside. What a stop by D'Lo DeVico behind the plate. Almost caught the shoes of Taylor Harris. Moved out of the way. Count will start 1-0. Silva added 2 inches and 33 pounds onto his frame from last season. The next pitch, right down the middle with the fastball for a strike. Count goes to 1-1. Carson Silva just has never really settled into a rhythm this season for Bowling Green.
Yeah, and of course, if you're going to get a start like this, it might not be today either.
The next pitch by Silva, a swing and a miss on a beautiful breaking ball.
But I think it'll start with some of those. Just a couple of good pitches that you're able to have some blow by you. And now it's just a 1-2 count. 1 pitch away from it, just getting back into just maybe a comfortable setting.
Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Silva's delivery outside for a ball. Wilson over at first was moving around, acting like he was going to steal. Never went anywhere. Grant Wilson on the season. No stolen base attempts. Stays put, the 2-2 pitch, chopped foul at the plate.
Of course, with a guy that hasn't been all that comfortable throughout the season, it's honestly smart to, bounce around there in your lead off of first. Just keep him on his toes.
Silva, his 2-2 delivery is swung on and found to the left side. Silva, the real big issue with him has been his control and harnessing that. You look at not only the 12 walks in 13 innings, but he also has 5 hit-by pitches and 3 wild pitches. Last season he had 8 hit-by pitches and 10 wild pitches in 53 innings. Gets a strikeout there, though. His first of the day and his 16th of the season. First down of the inning.
Again, the swing and miss is going to be important. Excuse me.
You're all good. Believe we do have a pinch hitter here.
For Steinball, number 12, Dylan Shepard.
So hitting will be Dylan Shepard, senior catcher and infielder, 5'10", 207, from Ontario, Canada. First pitch to him, misses for a ball.
In his 2 games against BG last year, did rather solid. Went 2 for 5, scored 2 runs, had a double, 2 RBI. That's exactly why they put him in here, I'm sure.
trying to get something going at the bottom of that lineup that really hasn't done anything. I mean, Grant Wilson is the only hit from anyone 5 down in the order. 2-0 count to Shepard. That one in there for a strike. 2-1.
Yeah, right now he's batting a .350 in MAC play. He's gotten a hit in 9 of his last 10 games. This is a guy that honestly is the smart move to put up at bat.
See if we can give a spark to this Ohio order. This Bobcats team as the pitch misses outside for a ball by Silva. Silva, interestingly, did not face Ohio on the mound last season in the 3 games between these teams. Really emerged towards the end of the season for Bowling Green. Runner does not go. Fake to steal. He'll get to advance 90 feet regardless as Shepard draws the walk for Ohio. First one issued in the appearance by Silva. So runners on first and second with just 1 out for Ohio. And we go to the top of the order with Reese Harmon. 0 for 2 on the day, a fly out to center and a strikeout along with a walk.
A little underwhelming to see a pinch hitter take a walk like that, but what can you do? Back to the top of the order. And granted, how much success have they had, really, as well?
Yeah, Silva misses outside with the off speed, just having good control on these pitches as of now. Struggling to really be consistent hitting the zone. Silva's next delivery, that one down the middle for a strike with the fastball. It's the off speed right now that he can't really get control on. Fastball's been all right.
That's how he got that swing and miss moments ago for the 1 out.
Carson Silva, a few looks back to second. The off-speed misses on the outside once again.
These lights really now playing the factor. Looking lovely out here.
Sunset is fully below the horizon at this point. 2-1 pitch. Fastball misses off the corner outside. 3-1 the count. Still just 1 out on the top of the 8th. Bowling Green 7-0 over Ohio. Runners on first and second. The pitch by Silva. Fastball down the middle. So, I mean, you look at it. All 3 balls have missed off the outside corner. The 2 strikes in the at-bat have been fastballs right down Broadway.
Right. I mean, the speedster pitches is just really his bread and butter right now.
Full count pitch, fastball wildly outside for ball 4.
Oh, there you go.
2 straight walks by Silva. Bases loaded for the Bobcats.
Yeah, and now this is a really tough position to be in, especially when Stady worked his tail off, putting them in such a good position. And now just kind of things are not exactly starting to crumble, but things are starting to get a lot more tense.
Cracks are showing.
Yeah, exactly. And that's just not what you want to see. You wanted Silva to come out here, shut him down exactly like Stady did, but that's just not how this is going to work.
Not exactly the guy you want at the plate now. Cam Hill, a .327 batter coming into the game. 13 runs batted in. Looks at a first pitch strike. Bases loaded for him. It's Reese Harmon at first. Dylan Shepard, who pinch hit for Cale Steinball at second. And Grant Wilson at third. Silva ahead of the count 0-1. His next pitch off speed, a beautiful pitch. Got a swing and a miss out of Hill. That's the breaking ball when it's working right for Carson Silva. Went from the inside corner of the plate to the outside. Hill not able to get contact on it.
He's in control. He's got to own it.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout by Carson Silva. 2 outs in the inning. Bases still loaded for Ohio with Cameron Boyd coming to the plate and Silva just 1 out away from getting out of the jam.
I was going to say, Stady was the guy that always threw it in no matter what. Like, he wanted the strikeout by just pounding it into the zone and relying on that swing and miss. That time, for Silva, he was able to get the swing and miss on a completely outside chased ball, and luckily for him, he was able to draw it.
10 strikeouts in the game now for Bowling Green pitching between Stady and Silva. First pitch ball thrown by Silva to Cameron Boyd. Boyd 1 for 3 on the day, a fly out to center, a strikeout swing, and a single. One of just 3 Ohio hits. Bowling Green doubling Bobcats in that category, 6-3. Fastball in for a strike by Silva, 1-1 the count. Boyd came into the game batting .287, 5 home runs, 7 doubles, 19 runs batted in. A dangerous bat at the plate. The 1-1 pitch, off speed, dropped right into the bucket for a strike. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs here, top of the 8th. Bases loaded for Ohio. Bowling Green leads 7-0. First night game in the history of Stellar Field. Silva's payoff pitch, chopped over to the left side, foul. Picked up by Mita to the left of the bag. It is such a cool sight to see this field, a turf field, illuminated by these lights for the first time ever.
Yeah, and we're already getting some tense moments out of it. I mean, already some cinematic moments under the lights. It's exactly.
And it is nice. The Falcon baseball lit up in the lights out in center field.
Exactly.
Nice look to it at night.
Yeah, 100%. Scoreboard popping out there on right. It's lovely.
Silva comes set. The 1-2 pitch with the bases loaded and 2 outs is popped up the center. Paulie Mancino, or actually didn't get out that far, got it lost in the dark there. It's going to stay in the infield as Seidel will settle under it, and the second baseman will make the catch. So that'll end the inning. Carson Silva gets them loaded up against them with 1 out, gets 2 quick outs, a strikeout and a pop out to figure his way out of the jam, and it's still a 7-0 Bowling Green lead as we head to the bottom of the 8th right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Black Swamp Players of Bowling Green is dedicated to the advancement of amateur theatrics, including production of live theater as well as various educational opportunities involving the arts. Founded in 1965, the organization provides high-quality amateur live theater as well as opportunities to the cast, crews, and the viewing public. BSP is a nonprofit organization whose volunteer membership is open to any person, regardless of age, religion, sexual orientation, or race. Visit blackswampplayers.org for more information.
I'm Trey Kennedy from the Falcon Media Sports Network. BGSU's biggest annual fundraising event, One Day, is nearly here. Falcon Media Sports Network and BG Falcon Media rely on donations from One Day to continue to be the gold standard for student media coverage. As a beat reporter covering BG women's basketball, it's been such an honor getting the opportunity to travel on the road with the team by broadcasting their games for the Falcon Media Sports Network. To name a couple, I've been able to travel to Ball State and Central Michigan to broadcast, all because of the money donated during One Day. Any donation, even just $5, will go a long way in supporting and funding BG Falcon Media and Falcon Media Sports Network, with 100% of the donations supporting student media at BGSU, including funding for our equipment, travel, and other day-to-day expenses in our year-round coverage of Falcon Athletics. The official giving period is from 6 a.m. on March 25th to 6 p.m. on March 26th. However, the early giving period is open. To donate, go to bgsu.edu/oneday and select the Falcon Media Fund.
So some defensive changes for Ohio. Make sure I got them all here. First of all, Shirley's into the game as the designated hitter for the Bobcats. Cam Hill will move from right to center field. Dylan Shepard is in the game at third for Steinball. And then Polinsky will be in the game at right field for Hill, who moved to center. That one, a liner by Anthony Mita, straight into the glove of Henson at second for the first out of the inning. So, go over the defensive alignment real quick here. Still stacked behind the plate. Harmon at first, Henson at second, Bryan at short. Now Shepard at third. Boyd in left, Hill in center, Polinsky in right.
You got it. Yeah, good look out of Henson that time over at second.
Drilled on the ground, backhanded by Henson as he gets another out to his name as Tackett grounds out to the right side of the infield. Quickly, 2 outs in the top of the 8th, or bottom of the 8th, apologies.
Yeah, first out, he kind of had to leap forward a little bit, like a hop, skip, and a jump up into the air, but that time all the way onto the ground, able to pick it out of the dirt or turf, whatever the heck you want to call it, and then just an easy on throw to first.
The playing surface.
The surface, yeah. The ground. Whatever you want to go with.
Next pitch to D. Lodovico in there for a strike. Again, just working fast to the mound is Luchenauer. Muchenauer, the lefty, delivers again. This one swung on. That's going to find outfield turf. And that's going to be a 2-out single for Andrew DiLodovico. A very solid game for the freshman catcher. 2 singles, a triple, and an RBI to his name. So as Carter Motai steps to the plate, we're going to step away real quick for some station identification here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
You are listening to Falcon Media Sports Network coverage on WBGU 88.1 FM in Bowling Green, Ohio.
Pickoff attempt over to first, not in time as DiLodovico back in safely.
Great performance out of DiLodovico. I mean, him and Seidel both going 3 for 4. Just a good day on offense for those two.
Really is. And DiLodovico, a guy that's staking his claim for that starting catcher job. He's really taking it by performance right now. Hard to take his name out of the lineup card. First pitch fouled off by Motais to the left side. Checks his swing, doesn't go around. Count goes to 1-1.
You're just kind of bouncing off that idea, especially in any level, whether it be college, pro, high school. Catcher offense is really something that's harder to come by these days.
Usually you get a lot of power out of that position. It's where can you find a guy that hits for a high average or has a high on-base percentage?
Yeah. But, yeah, 6 of the 7 hits for BG have come out of Seidel and DiLodovico.
This one lined to right, but pretty much straight at the right fielder, Polinsky. He puts it away to set down Motais, and the Falcons go down with just a single in the bottom of the 8th. So we go to the top of the 9th. Bowling Green will try to set away the Bobcats as they're up 7-0, 3 outs away from a victory. You're listening to Bowling Green Baseball's home opener right here on WBGU 88.1 FM. I'm Tyler Kavlich from the Falcon Media Sports Network. BGSU's biggest annual fundraising event, One Day, is nearly here. Falcon Media Sports Network and BG Falcon Media rely on donations from One Day to continue to be the gold standard for student media coverage. Your support from One Day has allowed me to continue beat coverage of BGSU baseball, men's basketball, and football, and travel to numerous states to cover BGSU athletics with state-of-the-art equipment. Any donation, even just $5, will go a long way in supporting and funding BG Falcon Media and Falcon Media Sports Network, with 100% of the donations supporting student media at BGSU, including funding for our equipment, travel, and other day-to-day expenses in our year-round coverage of Falcon athletics. The official giving period is from 6 a.m. on March 25th to 6 p.m. on March 26th. However, the early giving period is open. To donate, go to bgsu.edu/oneday and select the Falcon Media Fund. Isaac.
Falcon Media Sports Network produces weekly short-form and long-form social media pieces for in-season sports all year long. Make sure to check out at BG_FMSN on Twitter/X and at BG Falcon Media on Instagram and Facebook to view the content.
Listen to the Zig Zone Sundays from 4 to 6 on WBGU 88.1 FM.
4, 5, 6 in the order, 2 up for Ohio. As Bowling Green leads 7-0 here in the top of the 9th. 3 outs away from the first victory of the season at Stellar Field. And the first one on this new turf field with the lights shining down on it.
Yeah, we got as I mentioned before, kind of a dramatic inning on defense for Bowling Green. But now Sova just trying to come in, have a very contrasting defensive inning. He loaded the bases last time, just looking for a clean final inning.
0-2 the count quickly on Will Henson. Sova from the windup. His delivery is chopped foul to the left side. Just able to get a piece of it was Henson. Sova started to lean more on that fastball since he lost control early of that off-speed, loaded the bases with 1 out, got a strikeout and a pop-out to work his way out of the inning and the jam.
Yeah, he got a couple of off-speed stuff to just fall in, but it just didn't even feel comfortable.
Fouls it off to the back, does Henson. A little movement there on the heater. Silva from the stretch, from the windup, apologies. 0-2 pitch is flown out to right field. Chasing after it and making the catch is Carter Motice. 2 outs away. Bowling Green as Tyler Stack comes to the plate.
Yeah, it doesn't really. Everything's definitely starting to slow down. You're seeing some fans starting to make their way out. They know how this one should end. But, yeah, Ohio right now, this is just kind of where you want to see good ABs. You want to see maybe a couple hits before this thing goes away if you're the Bobcats, just to try and build a little bit of something to spark as you go into Game 2 and 3 later in the weekend.
Quick strike by Silva to begin the at-bat against Stack. This off-speed misses to the outside. Count goes to 1-1. Stack today, a fly out to center, a line out too short as he fouls it off to the right side out of play. He's also reached safely on a fielder's choice and taken second by a 1-2 pitch down in the turf for a ball. 2-2. The second swipe was not by stolen base, it was by defensive indifference. 2-2 pitch from Carson Silva. Chopped off foul at the plate.
Kind of took 2 bounces off the bat that time as he was going around. Bounced right back onto the turf.
So the count will stay at 2-2. We'll do it again from there. 1 out here, top of the 9th. Bowling Green leads Ohio 7-0. Silva's payoff pitch, chopped off again at the plate.
Same spot.
Stack just doing a good job of staying alive.
Again, Stack, one of the few guys in that starting order that was able to avoid a Stady strikeout. Stady did very well in grabbing some Ks.
Silva's next pitch, off speed, runs up and in. For a ball, we work the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Carson Silva, quick from the windup to Tyler Stack. Got the off speed to drop in. Strike 3 looking.
The umpire hyped about that one. Yeah, it was authoritative. Yeah, he called that one, no doubt, 2 outs here in the top of the 9th.
Third strikeout of the outing for Carson Silva brings up Cam Bryant as the final hope for the Bobcats.
The shortstop, Cam Bryant.
Again, you can't get it all back in one swing, especially when you're down 7-0, but
with 1 out to play with.
Yeah, just one good AB is really kind of all Ohio would ask for right now.
Bryant looks at a fastball off the plate for a ball, then Silva delivers one over the plate for a strike. 1-1. Silva's next delivery. Swung on and missed over the top by Bryant. Bowling Green 1 strike away from their first MAC Series opening victory of the season. Silva, the 1-2 delivery. Up high and outside with the fastball for a ball. Count goes even to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carson Silva to the plate, off speed, looking down the middle, strike 3 called. 4th strikeout of the day for Carson Silva, and it seals the home opening victory for Bowling Green. The first game played on this new turf field under the lights at Stellar Field goes in the way of the Falcons.
Beautiful scenes for any fan here in attendance. You got to see the first, yes, you got to see the home opener this season, but you got to see the new turf. You got to see a shutout win. You got to see it all under the brand new lights. Just a happy day if you're a BGSU baseball fan.
So Bowling Green wins 7-0. They out-hit Ohio 7-3. Second shutout victory of the season for the Falcons. We're going to take a quick break here. Come back with you to recap the action of this Bowling Green victory in just a few moments. 7-0 Bowling Green over Ohio in their home opener. You're listening to BGSU Baseball on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X.
On September 28, 2025, BGSU women's soccer's Lizzie Boltnick scored her first goal in 2 years in a 4-0 win over Central Michigan. She later earned a brace in the win. Falcon Media Sports Network's Henry Costco had the call of her first strike.
It's around Boltnick. Going to have a lot of space here. This side, she's going to be on the breakaway. The 2-on-1. Borgman has to get back towards the goal, and she's got to put it forward over the head of Borgman and in. Lizzie Boltnick. Unbelievable. Taking advantage of Borgman being up near the midfield line.
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network feature call.
This is Falcon Media Sports Network coverage of BG Baseball on WBGU 88.1 FM.
BGSU baseball continues to have Ohio University's number. The Falcons swept the Bobcats last season by a combined score of 24-17. They've now won 6 of the past 7 games against Ohio as they beat OU 7-0 in the home opener here at Stellar Field tonight. The first game on this new turf and under these lights. And the Falcons delivered, Vaughn.
Yeah, and there was no doubt from that second inning on. I mean, BGSU was in the driver's seat, and especially with Stady on the mound, there was just no doubt. He found a rhythm early. The offense didn't exactly find this consistent rhythm, but they popped out there in that bottom of the second inning. And they were able to put it together, get the grand slam that really put them through, and never look back.
They never did, indeed. Interesting stat here now for BG. The Falcons are 4-0 when they out-hit their opponents. They're 6-0 when they out-hit their opponents or are tied in hits with their opponents. 0-12 when they get out-hit. That's been the magic number to watch for Bowling Green this year.
Yeah, no doubt. And, I mean, it's kind of surface level if you think about it. Yeah, if you out-hit your opponent, you can grab some wins. But, I mean, just sometimes that's not always the case, especially pitching can sometimes just be a bit of a wild card. And today, it just really wasn't. And so far this season, it's just really been if you get the bats going, you're going to get the victory. And just out-hit your opponent. It seems very simple, but today they got the job done and they got the victory to go their way.
So Ethan Stady picks up his first win of the season, moves to 1-2. 7 terrific shutout innings, 107 pitches, just 2 hits allowed, only a lone walk, and 8 strikeouts across 24 batters faced. On the other side, Luke Bryant takes his 3rd loss of the season for Ohio, falling to 0-3. 4 innings tossed, 62 pitches thrown, 3 hits allowed, 5 runs, all earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. On the hitting side of things, the only hits generated by Ohio came from Boyd, Henson, and Shirley, just their 3 lone hits. For Bowling Green, the standouts, Sam Seidel, 3 for 4, 4 runs batted in on that grand slam, a triple away from the cycle, and then Andrew D. Lodovico goes 3 for 4 at the plate as well, scores twice, drives in a run of his own.
Yeah, I mean, truly, at the end of the day, I would still give, if you were to have a player of the game, I think it would still be that Stady, but you got to give these 2 guys their credits as well. Other than those 2 guys, only 1 other hit from Mita. 3 hits for Seidel, 3 hits for Dilodovico, and a handful of RBIs, 5 in total between those 2 guys. It's just a good day all around on the offense, but those 2 guys specifically, you got to point out.
Terrific win for Bowling Green as the team posing for a picture in front. In line with the scoreboard, but the lights shining down on this field. Do have to plug it here. Didn't do it through the whole broadcast, but if you want to learn more about how this whole field renovation came to be, I released a story this morning on the behind the scenes of that. You can read that on bgfalconmedia.com. But now Bowling Green will look forward to the next 2 games in this series. They're going to look for a sweep for the over the Bobcats at Stellar for the first time since 2009. I'll be on the call tomorrow with Noah Seeley on Falcon Radio. First pitch for that one will be at 1 p.m. You can stream that on bgfalconmedia.com. But that'll do it here for us. Want to send a few thank yous around before we go off the air, however. First, Steve on first baseball broadcast here with Falcon Media Sports Network. Did a terrific job. It was a lot of fun having you on.
Appreciate it. Yeah, fun game to do. Home opener, first one under the lights. Just a cinematic win here today. Happy to have joined you. Of course, you did a great job as well, per usual. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, and want to thank Holden Rock back in the studio, making sure we get on and off the air. Terrific job by you, as always, sir, back there. the WBGU 88.1 FM studio in the Cooling Center on the campus of BGSU. Sam Bork writing the recap for us, and Noah Seeley writing the sidebar. Big shout-outs to them. They'll have those up shortly on bgfalconmedia.com. We had Nick here Nick Windholtz doing some terrific video for us. You'll be able to see that attached to the recap on bgfalconmedia.com. Trey Kennedy did socials for us. Big shout-out to him. Doing that on our X account at BG_FMSN. And then Coyle Withrow and Kurt Leidy out here taking some awesome pictures for us, which you can also view on BGFalconMedia.com. So for that whole Falcon Media crew, including Vaughn Allum and Holden Ruck back in the studio, this is Tyler Cavlett saying, have a great night, everybody. This broadcast has been a Falcon Media Sports Network production. For more BGSU sports news and updates, follow Falcon Media Sports Network on Twitter X at BG_FMSN, BG Falcon Media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and head over to BGFalconMedia.com.